bow to lies. We stand for truth, faith, and family. This is Break the Machine! Whoever wore the patch, for every heart that still believes. We don't just talk about freedom, we live it! Break the machine, let the truth ignite. Raise your voice, it's time to fight the fight. Big Red One and Daywalker's light, shining faith and freedom through the night. This is Break the Machine, where patriots speak loud and truth never dies.
Good evening, America. Welcome back to Break the Machine podcast. That intro was done for us tonight by Tom Lee Booze, who unfortunately couldn't make it with us tonight, but he gave us a nice gift. I will make sure I play it for our guests and whatnot later on. They didn't get a chance because we're on Dynamic Grid to actually hear it. But I'm up here with Reddaywalker. Brother, just want to say, I want to start off by saying thank you so much for giving us the time that you have over this last year and helping this show grow. Um, you've been a very, very big part of this show. You've helped us land a lot of good guests and whatnot. And I just want to say I appreciate you, man. And I'm just glad that we're continuing to do this, and we're just going to continue to grind, man.
I don't know what to say, but you're welcome, man. It's been fun. It's been a good
Yeah,
year.
it has been, man. It's been a very good year. So we do have some guests tonight that have come hang with us tonight. I told you guys you're gonna get to see Blondie. We got Petty Crocker. We got Tony Jensen is back with us. Conserve Realities in the house. We're waiting on two more, hopefully, to pop in, and if they do, we will bring them up on screen. But for now, I just want to make sure that we bring some of these friends. They've been part of the show. This last year has been absolutely fantastic. It's been one hell of a grind, um, and everybody has contributed to help us with this grind. And again, I just want to say, brother, thank you very much, man. It has been a fantastic year, and I'm looking forward to the next, brother. Without further ado,
Another,
let's get yeah, yeah, another year, man. We got another year, bro. At a minimum, right? We got at least another year with each other.
at least
Let's get everybody in. What is going on, fam? It is good to have all of you on board with us tonight. Thank you for sharing this night with us. 1 year anniversary. Um, that we've it's just been one hell of a grind, and it's been just fun to do, and I've had a great time doing it this year. So without further ado, we will start with Blondie, who you will see, okay, on Wednesday night again. She'll be on with me on Wednesday night. So we got 2 hours. You got 2 more hours of her on Wednesday, guys. Blondie, how you doing, hon?
Good. I'm actually doing pretty good. And yeah, Wednesday we'll have our one political guest with us.
Jesus Navarro.
Jesus Navarro. Yeah, so I met him on X and we kind of networked, and yeah, he decided he was going to be on the show Wednesday. So like, yeah, we'll get you out. I actually need to let's see.
I think you
Yeah, I'm
sent me
really
his
excited
information.
to. What was that?
I think you sent me his information. I got him all set up. Oh, we just got rated. C Dub has
Nice.
rated us. Way to go. Quiet Part Pod every Monday, every Wednesday. Welcome, Raiders. It's great to have you guys along with us. Um, so, yep, Blondie set that guest up. It was a great get. He's running in Florida, and it should be fantastic. A great interview with him on Wednesday. So, Blondie, thank you for that. Blondie has absolutely done a phenomenal job in the background. She has been busting her tail, to not only help this show, but just to get everything fucking squared away for us. She's desperately trying to freaking bring people on. She's a grinder too. She doesn't freaking hold back, and she reaches out to anybody to try to bring them on and whatnot. So she knows what this show's about. She knows what it is that we do here. So she's 100% with it. So we're happy that you're with us, Blondie. Conserve has been with us since last year as well. Can't hear you, brother.
You're muted.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's wonderful to be back. Great to see all of you. Amber, great to see you again. Blondie, my goonie, the queen of all. Great to see you.
Burger
Antoinette,
Queen.
I bow before you. Antoinette, great to see you as well, and all the hard work that you've been doing out in California protecting the kids. I just got to say that it's been 1 year, but we're all one family and we all got each other. And I'm just glad that we were all able to stay together and fight for the causes that mean the most to us in our hearts. And Eric and Scott, thank you for bringing it all together and holding it together. So, cheers to you, my good friends.
Hold on. Cheers. Thanks, brother.
Cheers.
Heidi Crocker is back with us. What do you got, hon?
Bro, I always being there cooking something up. You know what I mean? No, I'm glad you guys wanted to have me back. I figured maybe last time I might have scared y'all off.
Oh, God, no.
Because I'd be yapping. But no, thank you guys for having me back, and congratulations on 1 year. That's something. Not a lot of people last that long on their journey into podcasting. So
And it has been one hell of a freaking grind. You guys that are watching, you guys don't see what we go through in the background to try to keep the show going. Constantly trying to talk to people and stuff like that. Red Day and I, we get out of the, for every 99 no's or they just gaff us off and don't fucking pay attention to us. We get that, one person who will come on and we just keep going. And, we've had people cancel on us last minute. We've had, people like literally last minute, right? Right, Scott? Like literally last minute.
Just
and
like
be
today.
yeah, just like fucking, hey, can't do it. And this would be like their first time coming on the show, and maybe they changed their mind at the last minute and didn't want to come on or whatever it was. And then a lot of people, like I said, they don't even respond sometimes, but that's okay, because we're going to continue doing what it is that we do. Nothing's going to stop us from grinding. Antoinette Jensen is back, mother patriot, okay, and she has been fighting for the kids and whatnot. It's good to have you back, hon.
Thank you for having me. Happy anniversary. I am super excited to be here today. I mean, I always love my two brothers, Scott and Eric, but I get to meet some new friends here as well. But Penny Crocker, who just blessed me in so many ways. It's crazy how we're all from different places, but the impact of these strong voices, all of you, the impact of your strong voices protects children. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everything that you have done for this case, for my students. I am eternally grateful. So to all of you, thank you so much.
Well, you know how it
All
is.
the
We're
love.
just gonna continue to get the voice out, and like we've told you in the past, we'll tell you again right now. This platform is all yours anytime you need it. You'll never have to worry about being silenced here. We're not going to silence you. We're going to let you just scream it from the top of the rooftops and yell at whoever it is you need to get that message across, because it's just important. Um, but I don't know if you'll Scott, by the way, did you keep your list from last week? Any of that still
Of
the list of your
the
yeah.
rants.
Yeah.
Um,
I
yeah, I
meant
mean,
to ask you
I've
that
got it.
earlier.
No,
Okay.
I've got it.
Any of that stuff that you can hit up, you can rant on tonight, because we definitely want to rant from you tonight, brother.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a couple things.
Oh,
There's a
nice,
couple
nice,
things for
good. So
sure.
that's good.
Whenever you're ready.
So, yeah. Well, I will start. I will just start with no kings, and I'll leave it at that. And I will absolutely let you guys I will absolutely let you guys have fun with that one. Take it away, Scott.
Oh, the stupid no kings things. I
Yeah.
mean, what is it? I just it pisses me off about it. It's just such a waste of time.
Complete.
It's just such a waste. I actually was getting over the weekend. I was getting more tired of people posting about it than anything else. Like there was nothing else to talk about, and it was just all
Right.
it was pure nonsense. It was just like theater kids who were let out on the weekend. That's what it was.
And
You know,
and
they got
and
nothing to
and,
say.
and old fucking like old white Democrats, getting together like they
That
like to
too.
do in their
Like I don't understand who.
congregations.
I can't imagine being inspired by anything they did.
Nothing. Did they change
Not
anything?
one thing.
Did they change
They
at
just.
least one thing?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'd feel like I was being scolded by my grandmother if I went there. Like, listen here to me, sister. He's a fascist.
Some of them seem pretty
And
mean
then
though. Like they were like
and then her
punching
teeth fall
people's
out.
like hats off their heads. I was like, whoa, Granny, calm down.
There was
Did you
definitely a
see
lot of
that?
old people.
Did you see that one guy that was wearing the 8647 shirt that was
Yeah.
walking up on those guys?
I think so.
Bro,
Yeah.
like, like
No.
I
Sad,
just
think.
when they talk, like I was always taught respect your elders, respect your elders. But sometimes you just want to do it.
Yeah, but yeah, there's I was taught
Like
that too,
what
but
in the
My parents are
I was
boomers, so like
yeah, I
when I
was
was
taught that
home,
too, but I was also taught to fucking stand up for yourself, and like,
that's
if
true.
it's that bad, then you come and get us and we'll fucking take care of it. Raging
Oh
Gemini, good to
no,
see
I
you.
don't mind a swing on a granny. Don't mess that up. It's wild that there's just like the amount of just delusion. Like they're so delusional. Like they're sitting here talking about, him being a king, authoritarian, all this crap while they're on their phones making these videos about a man who's apparently like
Exactly.
Listen, it was so bad that fucking MSNBC had to pull out footage from 2017 and lie about, okay, how many people
oh yeah, the
absolutely fucking
Boston
showed up
crap.
and whatnot and
Mhm.
everything. It's
Yep.
just an absolute fucking nightmare for them.
What a
Okay,
joke.
then the usual suspects, the pencil neck fucking Schiff, with his watermelon head, and Timu fucking Obama's out there, and what's his name, Eric Fang Fang, fucking a Fang Fang, whatever the fuck his name. I don't even remember his last name. I don't even pay
Swalwell.
attention to him.
Swalwell.
Swalwell. Thank you very much for fucking adding that.
Bang bang.
In.
The
Yeah,
Sharder.
it is. Yeah, he just like
Isn't he the
the
guy
dude
that
that.
posted that he wanted to kill Stephen Miller? One of them, I just saw
Uh,
something on X, and
I
I was
saw
just
that.
like, dude,
I
I
saw that
saw
these
that.
too.
people,
Yeah.
have
Who?
they not learned you can't do that online? Like the group of black kids that said ICE, come, if you want to come get us, come find us. Now they're trying to say that it's like an AI video. ICE has already proven that it was his video he posted. And it's like, these Democrats need to learn that when you run your mouth online, there are consequences. And they're getting arrested left and right. So, maybe they'll finally learn their lesson, but probably not. So we'll just get locked up,
Did you see that teacher, that Lucy, whatever her last name was?
Martinez.
The one that was doing the,
did you, they shut down their website. They shut down everything.
Because we come out hard. Like, we just, like...
I think they said she lost her job.
I lost my Instagram with 15,000 followers almost because of some piece of shit liberal that I got arrested. So I'm on a crusade. I've also gotten 2 nurses fired that made Charlie Kirk comments. I also got their licenses suspended, their nursing licenses. Like, I tell people, you got to go beyond the job. You got to go after the licensure, go after the state shit. And I even went so far to threaten a hospital. And I said, if you don't fire this person, I will report you to the Joint Commission, which is the state investigative board, and they'll come investigate your facility. I was like, because she could have already killed white people. So if you want to, I can play hardball. I promise. I play the hardest ball of anybody, and I'll get banned. Like, I don't really give a shit. I've been banned from everything. Next week's my 1 year anniversary of my Facebook ban. You know what I mean? So I've
congratulations.
I'm at the point now where I just canceled my next paycheck, my next taxes coming out of my check, because I'm no longer going to pay. I'm no longer going to pay for any of this. I'll keep it to the side. I'll figure it out next year tax time if that's what I want to do. But currently, after the $5 billion fraud here in Michigan and all the government being shut down, my ex-husband came home after deployment to Afghanistan. We were on a 1 month. He got no pay. And people on fucking X and all this try to tell me that never happened. And it's like, no, people, I know what I lived through. I was a nurse then, so I was able to pay bills. We were, we had money saved, but no one's going to tell me what the government shutdown is, or, it affects people, whatever. But now I'm not going to pay into it. If it's taxation without representation, good. You can take it out of Congress's pay. I'm all set. That's the point that I'm at right now. You know what I mean? Sorry, that was my rant.
Ditto.
It's over. Sorry.
Ditto.
You got a lot of big talkers sitting in their fancy congressional seats. They get paid $176,000 a year. Some of them get paid more than that. They all also get to vote based upon the Constitution and the amendments that they set forth, their own increases, but they claim that they haven't had increases since 2009. Even with that being said, how come they're not putting their money where their mouth is? How come they're not giving the troops their paychecks? Because Trump donates his $400,000 a year salary.
Exactly.
He's been doing that since his first term. He's still doing it in this term. So where's their money to their mouth? That's what I want to know.
Scott.
I just have a very innocent question because I don't know the answer to this. Jay probably does. What would stop the Republicans from reporting to work right now?
They would probably cite quorum, that they're violating the quorum standards and precedents, so that if they do not have the proper amount of people sitting in the seats, then they can't actively and effectively do their jobs that they're duly elected to do, and they would be abandoning their populace and their constituents. So it would be just
how would they be abandoning their populace if they were actually going to work? Seems like they're abandoning their populace now.
They're not going to work.
I'm trying to answer a question based upon liberal logic, right?
Would they get in trouble? The question is, would they get in trouble?
I mean, if you had Pelosi still sitting in the hot seat, yeah, but highly doubt it.
Obviously, they don't. But we're in charge. So what if Mike Johnson and like 100 and something, whatever the Republicans we have, what if they all showed up to work tomorrow, and then they went gangbusters passing legislation?
That would be fantastic in my eyes.
I mean,
so why don't they do that? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
If they could do that, and if they're going to get nothing but like a written warning, or they're a bad. Who's going to vote? Who's going to vote to actually pass that? They're not going to vote to pass that. The Democrats can go pound sand.
The problem is the Senate.
So just report to work.
I agree with you, but I think the problem is the Senate.
Pass everything Trump wants to pass right now. Pass laws of it. Pass more laws that judges can't do shit. Pass more laws that gives Trump more authority to move military. Just pass the Internet Bill of fucking Rights. How about that? That's sitting there waiting for someone to fucking do something about it. Blondie knows about that. Just fucking pass it. Just pass everything.
Oh yeah. What about the midnight sessions that Marjorie Taylor Greene and Massey used to call out as of the past
Yes,
couple of years?
they did
That
it.
they
Why
would
can't
go
we?
ahead and pass all these bills, and there was only like a handful of people on both sides, and they
Right.
would just say yay or nay, and then all these bills get passed through. What about that?
And I don't even see it as being dirty. They're just going to work.
Yeah, and this is from
You
Opena.
see the Democrats will
Says because
report
the
right
rules of
away.
the rules of the Senate disallow it. That's why I said the problem isn't necessarily the House, right? It's the fucking Senate, like it always is, right?
And they know they're going to get stopped there.
Yeah, it's the Senate. So
so why waste all the time in
it's
energy?
the Senate that's causing this whole fucking issue right now.
But if the Senate didn't pass it, though, right? If the Senate didn't vote to do it, but if the Senate Republicans were on board, like I know that we can't count on them, but I'm saying if they were,
right? But there are only certain things. There are only certain things that you can do by simple majority. For instance, right? Like there are things that you still need 60 fucking votes with, unfortunately. So I think I agree. If there are things that we just need a simple majority for, fuck the Democrats, right? Because they would do it to us. They would absolutely say
not
fuck
wrong.
us in a heartbeat. Anything
they
that
would,
doesn't require 60 votes, I would fucking just be stomping that shit through right now.
I think they would endear themselves to the base, and it wouldn't even last 24 hours, and you watch all the Democrats suddenly appearing at work.
Yeah, they would absolutely be showing up to work.
They wouldn't wait.
In a
They
heartbeat.
wouldn't wait one day.
Hold up a second.
They probably put it all in the big beautiful bill though, so maybe that's why they're not,
I mean, there's things that they put in the bill, but to what Scott is
not
saying,
enough in the big beautiful bill.
Yeah. So this is like what Opena is saying, right? Like this is the issue that's holding everything up right now. They're not even out of a fucking committee with this shit. So the issue right now is that you need 60 votes to simply bring a bill for debate and discussion, right? And that's where we're at right now. They're still in a filibuster. The Democrats. Go ahead, Scott.
But that's 60% of the 60. As far as I'm concerned, 60% of what? Everybody. I mean, I see bills that go past, and there's a freaking ton of people that don't even fucking vote. So it's not 60% of the total. It's 60% of the people voting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, they'll show up. There's no way they're gonna think that we're all coming with a bunch of bills to pass, and they're not going to show.
And that, you know what? And that's fine. The bottom line is it's a win-win. It either ends ends the shutdown, or guess what? Maybe the Republicans get 12 fucking things passed before
JD, can you hear me?
Hakeem sends out that group test and screams, "Everybody get to DC!"
Yeah, got you.
I mean, you're not wrong, Scott.
I mean, 60%. If no Democrats are there, that's easy.
I heard you. Yeah. Keep going, guys. I'm just bringing JD up.
I'm just saying.
Pelosi's probably hiding behind the podium with her freaking fifth of vodka. She never leaves that daggone place. Nor does AOC. No does Hakeem. Hakeem's probably like a little golem sitting out in the hallway somewhere under the stairwell.
Timu Obama.
And Mitch McConnell's falling in the hallway, because he's like 90 years old.
Oh my lord! Let's
90 years old. I was like, how?
Let me just
term limits
until we get into fucking Mitch Foreskin Neck. JD, what is going on, brother? Good to see you, man.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, we got you, man. We got you loud and clear. What's going on, JD?
I love it. I love seeing the more faces now, man. It's growing. I love it.
Yeah. JD Rivera was with us on January 6th of this year. He is politically persecuted as a J6er. He went and had to go through all the bullshit that every single one of them has gone through. He's also a veteran and had his shit fucking held up on him and stuff like that. He's still fighting the fight right now, and he is nothing but pure endurance and perseverance. JD Rivera, he has not stopped. He refuses to let anything fucking stop him from getting to where he needs to get to. JD, reintroduce yourself to everybody, brother.
That was good though. I think that was everything. But yeah, JD, I'm a J6er, persecuted, spent 8 months in federal prison on 4 misdemeanors. Since 2021, January 20th on inauguration day 2021 until inauguration day 2025, I've dealt with being under the thumb of the federal law. So I know very well what it's like to be persecuted, to understand what's going on in politics, to be censored, the whole works. And like you said, I'm still just rocking and rolling and trying to continue to be a voice for other J6ers, not just J6ers, but we're trying to make sure that this doesn't happen in the future again. And as we can see, the left is slowly trying to make something happen again, but we're going to be a lot smarter about it this time and understand we can and can't do, and have all our ducks in a row before we start jumping into anything too crazy.
Right. Right on, man. It's good to see you, though, man. We haven't had you on in quite some time. I know you've been busy grinding and whatnot.
Busy, man, very busy.
It's always good to see you, brother. Really, always good to see you.
Glad to be on.
I know that you're, like I said, you're fucking constantly grinding. Let me just take care of a few things, and then we're gonna let Scott go for a little bit because he didn't get a chance to go on Friday, and I think it's only fair that we let him fucking just tear it up.
It's okay,
because
dude. Oh, it's fine, dude.
man. I missed her. I wanted a rant on Friday, but we just didn't get there.
Do it.
Yeah, we want to hear. We want to hear a Red Day rant.
Can I use
bro.
my petty voice?
Oh, bro.
You can use your petty voice.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Please
Oh,
use your
that'll be
petty
funny.
voice. Please use your fucking petty voice.
He does such a good
I
job.
approve. He did a great job.
He does
He
a
did.
fantastic job. Yeah, let me just
So
fucking say
proud.
something to some people in the chat. Cowgirl, good to see you. Sniper chick, I think I know who that is based on the picture. Shouldn't you be hanging with us right now? Still love you. First time seeing you in the chat. If it isn't who I think it is, let me see who else. Yeah, Tommy did make a good. He made a pretty good intro. I will play it for everybody later and whatnot and stuff like that, so they can see it. They didn't get a chance to see it because we're on dynamic grid, so I apologize for that. I did see some new Rage Flowers. Good to see you. And Opena, I definitely saw in there. If I missed you, I apologize. I just wanted to make sure that we got people that we saw in the chat that have been kind of rolling and rolling and rolling. So without further ado, let's get Red Day in his best Petty Crocker voice on a rant.
We're waiting.
I was only kidding about that, but man.
You let
No,
me
man,
down.
we
Oh,
want
come
it.
on.
I
He
had-
does
want
so
it now, man.
good.
I had to warm
Do
up
it.
my larynx to get the petty voice perfect last time because there was a lot of takes before I got it down. But
Go for it.
honestly, in all seriousness, I don't think there's enough people complaining about fucking Argentina.
Hey,
I
man.
mean, all we did for 4 years was complain about Biden and Kamala just fucking handing money away.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time, and honestly, over the last 2 years, all I heard was how great Argentina's been doing since Milei took over. The inflation's all gone. The economy's bouncing back. Jobs are back.
Didn't he wreck like 90% of the government? He got rid of like 90% of the government or something like that?
Yes, he tore down the bureaucracy. And if they were on it was basically like he was the poster child for how to fix a South American country or any country that freaking just let socialism take over. And what the fuck? Why do they need $40 billion to be saved? Especially, and it could not be a worse look during a freaking shutdown.
Yeah.
When people are not getting paid. When I don't even know if I believe all the stories out there about people's benefits, getting canceled or whatever, but $40 billion could certainly be used better off here. I would love to reappropriate that back to make sure anybody in the military, no one in the military goes without a paycheck for one. Nobody in ICE goes without a paycheck. Nobody in I say it, I don't want anybody, anyone in Trump's administration to go without a paycheck. I don't want them to, bail or jump ship. Why are we bailing them out? And I haven't seen an explanation. And I think I've only seen one reporter. Maybe and honestly, I think they were from CNN. Actually, asked the question, and they literally posted it perfect. They actually gave a perfect question. They said, "How is giving $40 billion to Argentina making America great again?" I mean, that couldn't have been phrased more perfectly. Just returning around to what we usually say to them.
Right.
And I think Trump, I hate to say it, I don't remember Trump's answer to that, but I think he just laughed it off or pivoted. He didn't really have a great answer. and no one, and he hasn't been pressed other than maybe like 1 or 2 questions on it. And I haven't seen a lot of influencers talking about it either, or be pissed off about it. So, honey, hush. When are we gonna fucking talk about Argentina?
Here we go.
That was
He said, "Honey, hush, honey, hush."
Lord bless it, Lord bless it.
Am I
Go
wrong?
ahead.
No, you're
Am
not
I wrong, Betty?
wrong. You're not wrong. If you're
Nah.
going to sit here and preach about America first, the people are first here, that our country comes first before anybody else. Hello.
Right.
I agree. I agree. No, I don't think you'll get any disagreement from any of us on this panel. We can't listen. You guys have fucking heard me since last year. All right. Some of my first videos was talking about our biggest welfare recipient, Zelensky, okay, and everything. So I'm gonna keep that same energy. All right. Supposedly Argentina is supposed to be the gem of South America at this point right now because of everything that he has done, the president of Argentina. So why we need $40 billion to bail him out of what? What do we need to bail him out of? I haven't heard. I tried to find out what it is we need to bail them from. Anybody on this panel know what it is that we're supposed to bail them from? Because I don't know.
So we just
I
gave
haven't
them
heard them
40
explain it.
billion, or they're asking for 40 billion?
No, they were getting 20, and then I believe Trump said another 20. Just
What
like
were we
that.
giving them the first 20 for?
Well, that's why I put a hold on my taxes. You can send someone else's
I don't
money
know.
because they're gonna be mine. I'm good. I have, I just had to pay all my bills, and it's a struggle right now, and it's not fair. I'm just not getting it. And I feel like if everybody withheld their taxes for 1 month, we could make that as our way, instead of going out in the corner looking like a bunch of idiots with walkers like we're 80 years old from the old folks home. Instead of doing that, you know what I mean? Everybody stop paying taxes for a month, and what would they do? They would totally fucking freak out. I bet they'd all come back to motherfucking work. And a quickness, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I'll just do it on my own. I don't care. But I feel like everybody, that's the only way we can make a stand. I don't know. That's just what I think.
I mean,
No. Go for it.
I don't know.
Go for it, Petty. You can say something. Go ahead.
Isn't it supposed to be? What does it say?
Oh, Penna just threw it in.
What?
So Penna says that this is what it's for. It says it's to clear up their debt with the IMF. Why the fuck are we clearing up their debt with the IMF?
Why are we? Yeah, that doesn't sound like a legit reason.
So it says, so Jonathan says, my understanding on Argentina is we loaned them money to cover loans recalled that were made under the previous administration via the IMF. Yeah, still.
Wait, so we loaned them money and now we're paying them money? Did I hear that correctly?
I guess it's the loans were recalled. The loans were recalled, so I guess they had to give the money back to the IMF. So we're giving them the money that they loaned from the IMF. That was. Am I saying that right, Jonathan? Okay, because that's what it sounds like.
We're not.
Penna, am I saying that correctly? Yeah, they are the IMF is definitely a financial mafia.
Wow.
Definitely.
I mean,
yeah, it's true. I don't know.
I'm tired of paying for other people's economies. I'm just tired of it. That was one of the biggest reasons why people voted for Trump, was because of all the money we were throwing away at not just the Ukraine, that was obviously the biggest one, but even Israel, we were just throwing money at them. Actually throwing money at both sides of that fucking war, which was horrible.
I was about to say, to be fair, we were throwing at both sides.
We were throwing money at both sides. In Iran, they were throwing money. They were throwing money at Iran and then trying to sanction them at the same time, which is ridiculous. And all of those other things, all those countries in Africa, which remember the fucking, what was it? The transgender studies in Pakistan.
Yeah,
I think there was like something like that.
It was all part of the NGO shit.
That's what we voted against. We voted against giving money away.
There was literally people who said shirts at the fucking No Kings protests. I mean,
what was that?
Federal tax money at the protest. I mean,
Yeah.
You know, people, I mean, everybody can think I'm crazy, but I'm no longer going to pay
I
for
don't
that.
think
All
you're
these people are
crazy.
getting off food stamps. They can
I think so.
figure it out on their own. I'm no longer funding any of it. I can't. I need my own money. I got
Oh,
the
it's
holidays
ridiculous.
coming up. I'm good.
Nah, nobody thinks you're crazy about that.
People think you're
our
crazy for other
money's
reasons, but not that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, we don't think you're batshit, so that's a good thing, Blondie. At least we don't think you're batshit crazy. Nah, listen, we understand the sentiment and we get it. If you're not going to do it, you're going to do it. I'm not going to fucking, you're not going to get anybody dissuading you from your mission right now. Nobody's
Well,
going to
now, like on
dissuade you
X,
from
they're
that.
like, "Oh my God, you're gonna go to prison." Oh my
It's
God!
fucking
All I gotta do
whatever.
is put the money to the side, and I can figure it out next year. But right now,
Yeah.
this is my way to
There's,
take a stand, and I'm allowed as a, you know, I actually saw a thing from 2013, paying taxes as a voluntary, it's a voluntary tax payment system. It's
Mhm.
I watched a whole fucking congressional thing on it in 2013,
There is
and they
no law
uncovered
saying we
that
have
there
to pay
was
taxes.
conservatives being punished at banks and stuff. It was a whole thing that came out, and I remember during that time, we had just moved to Michigan, and my ex-husband, while he was right when he had first joined the army, before I knew him, the bank, Chase Bank, Bank of America, they were all investigated by the Department of Justice, and his house and a bunch of soldiers' houses were illegally foreclosed on. So it was this huge investigation. He got all this money back, but you know what I mean? There was all these back during in 2013 when that shutdown happened. There was a whole bunch of conservative shit going on against people that were banking, just like what's going on now. And it's like everybody forgot what happened back then. You know what I mean? But that is what made me a conservative, is all that shit that happened then right when he got home from Afghanistan. You know what I mean? In my heart, to sit here and pay taxes, I literally just saw a video the other day of the fucking Taliban driving Humvees through Afghanistan.
Well, that's what we left there.
I literally, I can't, I don't even know what to do with myself anymore. It's
just billions of
I
our
sacrificed
dollars.
everything for literally nothing.
That's what we left there. We fucking, that's a whole other talk show.
Yeah.
JD, what is going on with your fucking Darth Vader background you got going on there, brother?
That's about to look good, bro. I don't know. I just
I like it though.
He is your father.
It's got some fucking Imperial March shit, like it's got the
it's
Imperial
actually
March
just
vibes.
I mean, it looks better in the morning. I can tell you that much. Feng shui is a whole lot better going on. But I do got my Founder's Bible sitting behind me right there.
That's awesome.
Amazing Bible to go through for anybody who doesn't know about the Founder's Bible. It literally walks you through everything the founders have put in a biblical concept and an understanding of how Christianity is actually based, or America is based and founded off of Christianity. So the Founder's Bible walks you through the entire thing. It's really awesome.
Cool.
Really awesome Bible.
I need to get my husband one of those.
It's a great Bible. If anybody,
go ahead and plug it. Who? I didn't even know. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know who.
Yeah, it's David Barton. You know, the Wall Builders.
Mm-hmm.
So David Barton and his son, Wall Builders, Founder's Bible. You can see it. It's a thick Bible.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it goes through the whole works. And it talks about how that's where I get a lot of my because I'm really involved in the faith-based area of things now, and obviously I've been really involved in politics. I wanted to make sure that my faith was lined correctly with my politics, and this has helped me tremendously understand whenever I'm talking about anything when it comes to politics and Christ and how it's developed within Christianity within the United States. This gives me everything I need and all the information that I can use to explain to people, when they're wrong about the separation of church and state and so on and so on. So it's a great source, a great tool to have for any Christian American out there that likes to have a basic, solid foundation in understanding Christianity and the American way.
I'm definitely looking to picking one up.
Wall Builders is incredible. I love all their work. The stuff that they do, the stuff that they found. They even found the original Jeffersonian Bible. They have documents they found in old chest lockers, desks from that era. They're just an incredible group of people and historians.
Yeah, they do a great job in explaining, America's history better than I've ever, learned in school or anything else. So,
Right on. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that, man.
Yeah.
I know you got some. What do you got going? I know you've been fucking grinding, JD.
Well,
I've been watching your story, man. But like again,
this,
your perseverance is impeccable, man. Because like I know you're going through it. So
yeah,
you
I
got
mean,
anything pop up for you, man?
you guys have been there from the beginning. You guys know what we've been going through. Did you see what happened a couple weeks ago?
I
Uh,
did.
so just to get, I got my talent agent in trouble for it, but I have a talent agent, and I do commercials and I do stuff like that. And I got booked for a commercial, and they found out that I was a J6er, and they fired me. So even after the fact, so I shot the commercial. I was there. People were great, amazing people, and the concept of the commercial is something I can stand behind. So I really love the idea of it. And then when they found out I was a J6er, they're like, "We can't use you. We got to reshoot the entire commercial and find somebody new because you're a J6 influencer." And I'm like, "That's,"
Oh my god.
but it's not political, is what they said. It's not political,
Right.
but 100% everything about J6 is political. If you told me I can't no longer get the job because of it, and
Correct.
you're telling me this because I'm a J6er, now you're telling me that I can no longer audition for anything for your casting agency or for your company through my
Right.
casting agency because I'm a J6er. But it's not political, So the discrimination is still there, right? There's a lot of J6s that are still dealing with that. I'm sure far more than what I am. I guarantee you there are, because I still have J6er friends that are living in cars, living in RVs, trying to get their lives to get together, losing jobs because people found out they're J6ers. So for everybody to understand, the pardon was great, but it didn't really do nothing for the J6 community. The commutations were amazing because it got everybody out of prison. So that was the best part about it. But the pardons really didn't do anything for a lot of J6ers. A pardon of innocence is what we were looking for. But as we know, and we have talked about this for 5 years now about the FBI being involved in J6, Nancy Pelosi being the person, all these things that are coming out now that we've been talking about. What we as J6ers really need is actual accountability from those who put people like me and my fellow J6ers in prison for 8 months to a year on misdemeanor charges, and you had a couple of my buddies who are Proud Boys, who like Enrique Tario, who spent all that time in prison, wasn't even at J6.
I was
There's a
gonna
lot
say he
of
wasn't even there.
on these Proud Boys. There's a lot of them who there's 12 of them right now, Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, who have not yet been pardoned, and we're really trying to work on that because you have veterans within this community of people, and they've lost their pensions, they have lost their disability, they've lost everything, right? And I don't know if you guys remember, but I had to fight for my disability back.
We remember that.
So
Yeah.
because these guys were only commuted, they don't have that same luxury of fighting that. So it's really ridiculous that we're still dealing with this, that we still have individuals who weren't fully pardoned, even now that we know that the FBI was involved
Well,
in the Capitol riot.
yeah.
Even
Well,
though
we always knew that, but like
yeah.
now that it's actually out in the open.
Well, it's crazy. It's been out in the open, but it was just so taboo for people to talk about.
Correct.
So if you
would get
did talk
canceled
about
for
it, if you talked about, like, if you would have had me on last year or the year before, like, your stuff would have been censored immediately.
Oh well,
So
we
it's
went through that,
completely
right?
different.
Right, Scott? We went through that.
You guys did. You guys went through a lot of.
But we went through that.
I think every person on this panel has probably gone through some type of censorship through social media, one way, shape, or form. But that's, I mean, when you look at it, you're being censored, you're doing the right thing. I believe that 100% as a conservative or Republican or just even an independent person leans more right. If you're being censored for anything that has to do with America first or,
Just actually, you're just being censored from speaking the truth and just getting knowledge, getting information out there. If we're trying to get the proper information out to America, to our just not even just to our viewers, just to people in general, they automatically, it's just like, yep, we saw what happened over the last 4 years, and it's still happening, right? Blondie, she's been fucking nuked from Instagram, and she was just trying to alert the world, okay, to a scumbag, all right, who was doxing ICE agents, doxing her, doxing other people and stuff like that. Okay, she lost her account, and now this fucker is going to jail for a very long time, by the way, because of her efforts. All right, but she's still suffering because her fucking account, okay, I'm gonna put quotes in there, is considered fucking evidence or whatever bullshit that they want to fucking run with. Okay. But she did the right thing and she has to suffer for it. And that's just what it is, unfortunately, for us on our side. When we try to do the right thing, we're the ones that end up fucking suffering. But we continue to try to do the right thing because that's just what it is. Someone else who on this panel who's been canceled is Tony Antoinette. I don't know if JD, if you know her story, I'll let her tell it from her, from her mouth. Okay, but she's a teacher that lost her job out in California for being a mandated reporter to protect kids, and I'll let you talk about it, Tony.
Yeah, well, nice to meet you, JD. Yeah, no, I just made a report of child safety, mandatory report. I was removed from the classroom and silenced. I was told that I could not talk to any parents. I was banned from any Etiwanda school campus. And I said, oh, I don't think so. Because guess what? When kids are involved, parents have a right to know that things could have happened to their children.
Yeah.
And it really wasn't until I met Eric and Scott. I mean, I went almost a whole year. I mean, I had letters. They told me I couldn't talk to anybody. It was insane. And then I realized something. I have a voice. So I met Eric, Scott, and Chelsea, and they kind of gave me this forum. And then little Petty Crocker came in, and boy, oh boy, you want to talk about honey hush. She was the mic drop heard around the world. Petty, you tell them what happened with all that and what you experienced from some of this craziness and the fanfare
They're
of the
connected now
Etiwanda School
because of
District.
Tony's issues.
Yeah, so I met Chelsea, CRT mom, and I met her in Tampa at the Turning Point event back in July. And I met her through Conservative Aunt, and we were just sitting there chit-chatting, and she was just telling me about, like, what she does. Like, because we're all there for a purpose. What's our purpose? So I was finding out what hers was, and she was telling me about what she calls out schools and for SA and all that stuff and everything. And then, anyway, so fast forward, she was texting me, and she was like, hey, this is what's going on. If you feel like sharing it, here's the information. And she just dropped it in my lap. And so I read some of it. She gave me some information on it. And I just got on social media and opened my big old mouth and just called out the school. I'm not going to go too deep in it, but I've been on that side of the fence of a child SA and everything. So I was like, no, I have a platform. And I'm always on here talking about it, so I guess I better be about it. And I made a video, and lo and behold, that sucker went viral on all platforms. X, TikTok, Instagram, it just took off.
I mean,
and that's how I met her.
Like a rocket, though. I mean, and let me tell you, by the way, I'm at home scrolling, right? And I had no idea this was even happening.
Yeah.
So I'm watching, and here I'm scrolling through, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, it's me. Oh my gosh. I'm like, and I mean, let me tell you, and I mean, the power of her amazing voice. The superintendent, has now decided to resign. So it is just a shockwave heard around the world. Of course, they're not going to say it's about anything like this. They're all of a sudden dedicated to their families, and they want to spend more time at home and all this kind of stuff. But I really do feel like the pressure and exposing more parents, started contacting me, coming forward, saying, oh my gosh, what is going on? And so, I just appreciate the fact that it's crazy because I've been, like I told Chelsea, sometimes I felt like I was in a locked padded room and I couldn't speak. And just from going to that to cute little Petty Crocker and going on podcasts with Eric and Scott, I mean, this is just completely like, these are very, very small children, ages 3 to 4. So there's just something there. I mean, they're so little and they're so cute, and they will just break your little heart, So I am so thankful for you guys and this platform that you have used to give people a voice and make changes. Look at, we're all from different states and all
Yeah.
this kind of look at the huge aftershocks of the things that you have done. So I truly believe that all of you are amazing in your own right, standing up for what's right, and just giving people a voice. So I can't tell you. I don't think you guys, Scott, Eric, all of you realize the impact that you make on people's lives. So keep standing, keep standing.
And that's the great thing about this. I talked to Eric a while back about it, how it's kind of time. We're in a new time for new faces and new voices to start speaking up. Last 10 years, we've seen the same people over and over and over, and a lot of them are still really great voices and influencers. But we don't really need influencers anymore. We need leaders now. We're not at a time for influence anymore. We need leadership. And if you can call it what you want. You can call it an influencer. But there's people that I do follow on social media that I would actually fight in a fighting hole with. Those are the people that I want to follow. Those are the people that I try to be. And I know I am for some people, but that's the difference in with you guys now and who we used to see for the last 10 years. It's we had people
Yeah.
who are influencers because they liked the spotlight. They wanted the likes and shares and everything else. And then for the first time they got stardom. It's not that anymore. Now it's people are like, look, this is genuinely what we're doing. And now we're actually in the streets rocking and rolling and getting things done. And that's a huge shift. That's a huge shift from where we were, I mean, 4 years ago. But
Yeah.
one thing I
Yeah.
do, a lot of people ask me, and I think you guys get all the time. So you guys are okay with people losing their jobs and getting? I don't have a problem with it. Look, I don't feel bad for the people. I don't feel bad for anybody
It's called consequence culture. It's not
it is
cancel culture. It's
exactly.
consequence culture
It's a
because we're not.
whole different scenario now,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
we were getting canceled for not agreeing on someone being a man or a woman.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We weren't getting canceled for anything like you guys are, bringing out facts and truths about things that are protecting our children or protecting our homes or protecting our religion, whatever it may be. Us as voices now are a completely different breed of people, and I'm loving what I'm seeing with people that are out there now. It's a whole different ball game. Great thing is the ball is in our court now for now.
Mm.
And the next question is, what do we do with this momentum? We have Trump for 4 more years, 3 more years, excuse me. What's the next steps? Like, we do got to start thinking about those next steps, because these next 4 years, this year's taking forever, but the next 3 years are going to go by really, really quick.
Yeah.
And we got to
I
make
Yes.
sure
agree.
the things that you guys are doing, everything that you guys, and in California, man, you guys, I'm so glad that we have people like you guys staying in California and not tucking tail and running, because that could have been the easiest thing to do. But to win California, I mean, that's something that we haven't seen in a long time. But to see it back the way it belongs in the actual hands of the American people, not in the hands of Newsom and all the rest of them, that would be an amazing thing to see. And I could tell you, I was born and raised in Northern California, and Northern California is more red than Southern California for obvious reasons. It's farmlands and everything else. Further south you go, it's all cities, so it's obvious how the politics plays into that. But it's I'm all for these ICE raids. I'm all for all this stuff. Yeah, I'm an American who happens to be Mexican, but I'm American first, and I believe in rule and law. Even under what I went through, I believe that I went through the process. I don't agree that what I went through was correct or fair, and I'm still fighting that. But I did my time. You can't tell me I didn't serve my time. I did my time in federal prison for some BS stuff. But what we are seeing now is something, and whoever's watching this, or even you guys, have to understand, this is not something that happened overnight. This is something that's been happening over the last 100 years. This is something that has slowly been happening under the guise of certain things, and we are just now the ones who are finally realizing we've got to do something about it.
Right.
Yes.
Amen.
I've often said on more than one occasion that we know that the Marxists have played the long game. They've been at it since the late 19th century, and they're still going at it. We're watching it play out in real time. With that said, we as a populace have been, pretty apathetic about things for a very long time. And obviously, it's not any of us on this panel, but that is part of the problem, is that we have not paid attention as a citizenry, and we've given too much power to the government that they don't deserve. Okay, it's not written in our constitution to give them that power. They have written laws into place, okay, and have signed laws into place that have given that extra power, but they're not afforded that right in the constitution. But as a populace, we have kind of fucking sat back for a long time. Like I said, it's not any of us here because we've all been paying attention to current events and what's going on. All right, and we're all true tellers, truth seekers, just like our viewers. But it is a pain, and Scott and I fucking talk about it on the show at ad nauseum about long game, long game, long game. They played it, we gotta play it. And in order for us to actually change the rules to make them correct, we got to put ourselves in a position to get there and change the rules. And if we don't play by the rules that are in place right now and beat them at their own game, because the reality is we can beat them at their own game. We've showed that, right? Like I think this last election we showed that we could beat them at their own game when we do it. Take a look at Jersey right now. Early voting in New Jersey right now has fucking Republicans outvoting Democrats right now in New Jersey, of all fucking places, because Scott Pressler's there, okay, grinding in the fucking streets, okay, doing what he did in Pennsylvania and what he almost did in New Jersey last year, because Trump only lost it by 5%, but it's looking like it's going in the right direction right now. But we have to continue to keep pressing, because no pun intended to Scott Pressler.
And Red brings up the excellent point, and it's something that we even started, going back a year ago on the podcast talking about, is reclaiming our state and local elections. The problem is we've been tolerant for too long. Intolerance for too long leads to weak times. And this is why now we need all of us to be the strong men and women that we're destined to be, fulfilling our greatness and making sure that our potential and our voices are loud and clear, that we will not allow the tyranny that's transgressing upon our lands and in our states to take effect for ourselves today and for future generations. So we're looking at this and we're saying, oh yeah, well, it's great that we have Trump in for the next 3 years. What are we doing when they're going ahead at our state and local levels and changing the rule of law just like that? When they can go past, Prop 50, Antoinette, over there, to change your balloting laws and changing agreements on the books so that children can't speak, exactly what CRT Mom and you were trying to prevent, saying that children don't have the First Amendment right in their classroom to speak up for themselves, or they don't deserve First Amendment protections under the law. I mean,
Hey, Karen, good to see you.
Going? We were all raised at a greater time when we all said, yes, we are Americans. We stand here together. We fight alongside one another. We had 9/11, which was a rallying call for every single American, not just New Yorkers. And yet, where are we? What, we're playing a game of football that we're on opposite ends of the field and we don't know how to run across? We don't know how to flip a coin? We don't know how to sit there and say, yeah, I agree with you. Let's take down all the bad. Let's find unity, because understanding creates solutions. And if we're not willing to come to the table and figure out how to unify, we're doing it wrong. Because we're here for one another. And if we don't show that we're here for one another, where are we going to go?
The problem is we just need to figure out how to never make sure another pandemic or anything happens again. And that's what I have to look at. And you know what I mean? Like, I was, right before the show, I was talking about, like, a year ago, I was banned from Facebook because of a Fauci video I had posted. It was the same video that also got me banned from my Twitter 1.0. You know what I mean? But and you guys all know, I was fired during COVID. I lost everything, after husband being deployed, all this stuff. So it's like, I will never go through that sort of loss again. I can never go through losing a job again, and like all of this just for some politics or something. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just because, if it's my body, my choice for abortions, well, why isn't it my body, my choice for injections in my body, right? Like, I had a flu shot, I got sick, and so I was like, I'm never getting a vaccine again. So when COVID came around, it was like, I'm definitely not doing this. It doesn't make any sense. And like Nicole that we've had on the show, she said the same thing, the way that it happened so fast, we were all just like, hold the fuck up. Like, none of this makes any sense. Something is not right here. And we were all just, and she barely got to keep her job, but I was forced to quit. I got no unemployment. I got no help. So it's like, what are we paying taxes for? We're funding Argentina. We're funding Israel. We're funding all these different places Meanwhile, we have Christian persecution going on everywhere, but everybody's worried about Israel
Nigeria.
versus Islam and stuff. But nobody's worried about America and what is going on here, and it's, we need to figure out how we have the upper hand now. We are smarter. We are the critical thinkers. So we have to figure out how to make sure this doesn't happen again. So I don't know how we come to do that, but we have to figure it out. And I'm so grateful for you guys for this platform, because through all of my bans, I'm so glad that I have a place that I can speak, and no matter, you know what I mean? And no matter where they can try to ban me from on social media, they can never take away my mic or my crown.
Absolutely.
So
I'm so glad.
There you go. Love it.
And
You
we
know what?
need your voice. We need
Yeah.
your voice. And I'm so thankful for you. By the way, I didn't know that you lost your job and you went through that. I mean, I went through the same thing, and it's one of the most obliterating things to ever go through. And I mean, I was told if I didn't get a vaccine by, I think it was like a certain time, that I was going to lose my job. And then
Yep.
a bunch of people fought against it. And then luckily I was able to stay, but then I had to test and do all these crazy things. And it was like insane. And I'm like, I'm not going to put something into my body that I've only heard that's been out for 5 minutes. I'm like, there is no freaking way. This
We
should
can
be
find-
my
we-
choice.
We can't find the cure for cancer, but we can whip out a vaccine in 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
2 seconds. That's what's really scary to me. And I just wasn't willing to do that. I was
Yeah.
not willing to do that. So I'm really sorry that that happened to you, but I'm glad that you have a forum here.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the big thing is one of the biggest things that I've experienced as I've come out and I've become, a little more public, is one of the things that I've been getting is, don't hang out with those Republican people. It looks bad for you. I got some concerns about my hat. They think that I should not be wearing a red hat because I look like I am a part of a, psychotic white ring, a Republican group. And I find it to be very interesting that the color red and the word patriot now, at the last board meeting that I went to, they had a group of women speak against me to state that my concerns for the children were racist. And
What
I
the-
was shocked. So there was about,
Women do that.
I'm
That's
not,
insane. Wow.
I couldn't, I'm like, I sat there like, what? They said that I was a part of this project 2025. I'm like,
Oh,
I have
Jesus.
literally, has anybody not seen my post? When have I ever made this a race issue? And they came to, and I'm like, is that, and then everyone's like, great job. It means you did good. If this is all they have to stand
And they have
against you,
nothing.
Yeah.
they've got nothing. And
Once-
it's so hard. I'm going through this new thing, but what it is
Yeah.
that people are afraid to be truthful and honest in what they believe in because they will get attacked. They're afraid. Like, I've been given so much advice through this thing. Don't go on the Republican podcast. I'm like, these are my brothers, you guys. They stood for me. I'm going on that podcast every day of the week, and my voice is going to be heard. So it's a really scary time because people truly are afraid to stand forward and not be liked. You have to go, as soon as you stand against the status quo, you're labeled a racist, and you're labeled all these crazy things. I've never heard of a child abuse report coming in as racism. I don't understand. But the point is, like JD was saying, be strong and stand, and we're in good company, and we can respect each other. We don't always all have to agree on the same things, but we can respect each other and listen to each other because we're better together. But right now our nation is so divided, and it's truly heartbreaking.
It is. I mean, and it stems. There's so many things that are just splintered off, even within the J6 community. I mean, we have all these different factions, man. It's there's headbutting on whether or not we're going to get paid, or whether Trump should do this, or who's the face of J6. And it is ridiculous that we've gotten to a point where we were once left versus right, and now we're so much infighting on the right as far as now who's the correct Republican or conservative, and my values are right because I'm a Christian. My values are right because I'm a Jew. My values are right because this and that. It's like, what is going on? Like, but this is exactly the game plan. The whole purpose is to maintain division within the strong groups and break it apart. Because when you don't have, I mean, I'm going to go biblical real quick. I mean, it only took 12 disciples to, do what needed to be done to get Jesus's message across. It don't take a lot of people. And that's the thing, though. You look here in a small group of individuals. This is a very diverse group. I love seeing this kind of stuff. This is one of my favorite things to see is a very diverse group or panel. And Eric, and you guys know this. You see podcasts where it's all the same people, but it's nice to see the diversity and what's actually really wrong. Because that's
I'm gonna give a lot of the credit to Scott. Honestly, he has fucking for this last year, and it's not that I haven't been able to get people on the show and stuff. He has gone fucking full tilt, okay, on making sure we get different people on the show, and we may have 90% of the stuff we agree on, okay, but like we might have 10% that we don't, but we still agree on the good 90% of shit that we have to continue to fight. Some stuff we're not going to see eye to eye on. I'm going to give Scott a lot of fucking credit to that, because he has managed to get a lot of people on this show over the last year that have come from different walks of life and with different, mainly our ideology, but for the most part with different variations of our ideology.
Different fights.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not that's not coincidence though.
It's by design.
No, I know that.
That's right.
I know that though. I understand
No,
that, Scott.
do you know what I'm talking about?
About the division.
No, I'm saying it's not. I'm
Oh.
saying I'm saying the diverse people that I brought to the show is not it's not coincidental. Those are the people that over the last 6 years or however long I've been on Instagram, like in a political force, those are the people that I've actually looked for.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't just gotten followers. I have farmed them. I've gone after them. I've picked up people along the way that were voices. Not everybody's an influencer, not everybody's a poster, not everybody's a reposter, but there's a lot of people out there who are still making their voices heard. And I'll be honest, I have literally tried to, and I think it's worked out. It's part of the reason why I am where I am right now. I have gamed the system because I have targeted people who were good voices. Like you go on those pages like Latinos for Trump, or Benny Johnson. There's a reason why I don't follow them because I don't need to. There's a lot of people that follow them religiously, and if I go to any one of their posts right now, you know what I'm going to find? I'm going to find
the same shit.
Like the first 10 commenters are people that follow me, and I've got them to follow me back. I follow them, and they follow me. And that's where I've gotten a lot of my diversity is like I've actually, instead of looking towards the influencers, I've actually been looking towards the voices who are commenting on those profiles. And that's where I've made a lot of my friends because obviously Benny Johnson's not going to give me the time of day. Right. Maybe now, I don't know, maybe with 200,000 followers, maybe he'll raise an eyebrow. But, when I was just like at 500 followers or something like that, all I thought about was how do I get to 600?
I did that a lot too before I started posting.
Yeah,
I would just interact with comments, and I would get people to follow me, and that's how I grew like 4,000 more followers within like a month, and then I got banned, of course. Although I'm up to almost 3K followers on X already. I've been hustling over there.
Yep, be active.
Her link is in the description, fam.
I do until I get banned, and then it's on to. I mean, it's only true solution. If I get banned from there, then I guess whatever. Start my own.
What JD said, and I think Jay said the same thing. When I don't remember who asked the question. They said, "Where do we go from here?" There is a question. Where do we go from here? The next step from here is the mayoral election in New York City in a few months or next month or whatever. The next step is the midterms. The next step is every quote spot election that for some reason fucking Republicans can never seem to be on page with, and these emergency elections come up, and we've lost like 3 or 4 seats just in like the last year because I don't know why, because the Republican Party doesn't make a big enough spectacle of it. Say, hey, there's an emergency election here in Idaho. There's an emergency election here in Virginia. There's someone's retiring or got injured or they can't serve. What's the next step? We're not even halfway there.
There's no sense of
There's
urgency, Scott.
no,
Yeah.
there's no shortage of fights. If you want to fight, the fight here is in Florida. You'd think Florida is the fucking reddest state there is right now. There's plenty of fights here. There's judges we got to get rid of.
Yeah.
There's fucking city council members in Jacksonville and Orlando and Miami who don't even want to work with ICE. And thank God we have a DeSantis right now who freaking smacks them down like a cigarette, but puts them out and says, "Not, you're going to cooperate." But I mean, there's still shit being worked on here
Absolutely.
in the reddest of states. So if you're wondering what's next, dude, take your fucking pick. There's so many fights out there to have, whether it's on the political, the election cycle, what JD was talking about. There's people out there that need help. There's court cases to help out, to help people. And fuck, we just found out this week. Did you guys all hear about the freaking GoFundMe fucking scandal going on right now?
No.
Which one?
Which one?
Apparently, what GoFundMe does, they thought it was probably a good idea at the time. Any sort of a nonprofit that exists out there, GoFundMe has been proactively creating pages for any nonprofit that exists out there. So you might go on to GoFundMe and find a nonprofit that you actually like or you actually want to get involved with. If they actually haven't claimed the site, you're donating money to GoFundMe.
Wow. Really?
They're just holding on to that money. It's not actually going to the Red Cross, or not that that's a really good charity, but you know what I mean. Like anybody, they admit it. They're actually getting
GoFundMes and stuff. I've seen that.
Yeah, they're getting called out on it. The stupid bitch, excuse me, my language, but she fucking got on the news and said, we're always looking at better ways to reach out and communicate with these nonprofits. No, you didn't. You didn't fucking, yeah, but you could, but you don't. So
GoFundMe lost me when they ran all of us J6ers.
Exactly.
Being president at the Capitol that day, when I realized they literally, like I had, most people know, I spent a lot of money on a lawyer that did nothing for me anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You told your story. I remember that.
But
it's crazy.
GoFundMe held on to the payments, and what really sucked was at the time I'm still considered a micro influencer, but at the time I had hundreds of thousands of followers on all my platforms. And when they found out about me in J6 and they started like, hey, we're not going to let you do this alone, they started donating to my GoFundMe. GoFundMe paused it, banned me from GoFundMe, and I started telling people, go to GoFundMe and request your money back. GoFundMe would send them an email saying he's already got the money. There's nothing we can do about it. So these people started blocking me and throwing me out under the bus and saying, hey, JD, he's a scammer. He's not really a J6er, this and that. And I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Like, all this stuff happened. And these are people who knew me pretty well, like knowing damn well I would never do something like that to anybody. But GoFundMe was putting all of our stuff on hold and acting like we were just taking the funds and running with it.
That's bullshit.
GoFundMe is a horrible place. But like you said, they'll be quick. Blondie, you said it. They'll be quick to throw up a GoFundMe for criminals all day long.
Oh,
and allow it too.
Money or no? You never got it.
No, never got it.
I mean, and for anybody out there that's listening, if you're not aware of it, give, send, go.
Yep,
that is your alternative. And there's probably other ones out there too, but give, send, go. At least they will not ban you for, your political position or your religious, affiliation or bullshit like that.
How sad is that?
They'll give you a fair shake.
That's literally fascism. These people are so retarded out there talking about fascism. That's literally what that is. It's just insane.
It's a joke.
No,
it's all it's a performance.
Yeah. Well, whoever started this years ago, before I was probably even born, they knew that if you dumb down a population, you can get them to do whatever you want, and that's what they've done. They've done an amazing job at making people extremely.
I just feel like I'm
over
living
100 years, man.
idiocracy in real
Jimmy
life.
Carter was Jimmy Carter the Department of Education president?
Yeah, I believe so.
There you go. That's when it started. Well,
Yeah.
that's where
What'd you
a
say,
part of it
Petty?
started.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah,
I
that
feel
was
like
the-
I'm living in idiocracy in real life.
And South Park. It's not
Yeah,
the Simpsons.
it's
That's how they take
hey,
control.
crazy
They
dude,
want
good to see
control of
you.
the youth.
Truthful Reese, good to see you. Yeah, it's
Trees. I love
yeah,
it.
education has been getting it's just worse. We it's funny because like we used to be fucking great place for education. Not that there aren't still places in America that
Yeah.
continue to have great education. Obviously, any city you go into now is complete garbage. Any fucking town, any counties around the city, you have to worry about a little bit too because they're attached to the city somewhat. And it's horrible, man. They played the long game, like I said, and they've managed to infiltrate absolutely every fucking institution in America, including our churches, and absolutely rat fuck everything. And it's up to us, like you were saying, JD, earlier, people like us, okay, to continue to just voice, and use these platforms to continue to fucking get the message out. And I can't stress enough, local. If you're not paying attention to what's going on locally, whatever you do nationally means fucking nothing anyway. Because like Conserve was saying, they just keep changing shit locally and on the state and county level. Okay, fucking completely. Look at California right now with this Prop 50 shit. Okay, it's going against the state fucking constitution and the so-called, because I don't think it's independent at all, the independent committee that was placed in their constitution. Okay, with this whole gerrymandering thing, and they're just gonna do whatever the fuck they want. All right, come next month, and hopefully people waking up. I don't know what you see out there in Antoinette. What do you see as far as the pulse? Are people like fuck this or what?
I don't know. Like I said, what I'm really seeing here in California is I talk to a lot of people who have very strong views and they're too afraid. They're too afraid to say anything. They're saying, "Oh, I don't need to go vote because it doesn't make a difference anyway." I see that people are disassociating with the big issues, and I see that they're trying to teeter the line to get people to like them, or, "Oh, I don't want to talk about that," or whatever. So I really feel like I tell you, if I brought in a group of people that lived in my area, they'd all be like, what are you talking about? They're not involved. They're not listening, right? They're not paying attention. They're afraid to be labeled a Republican, right? Because then you get the lynch mob after you because you're a racist. I really, really feel like a lot of people here, especially in my county, they are afraid. I can't tell you how many people have told me, don't get involved with Republicans. Don't be on their podcast. Don't communicate with them. Don't wear a red shirt. Don't wear a red hat. This is what people are focusing on instead
with
of the
Bloods or
bigger
some shit.
issues.
Seriously.
It's
Bloods or Crips.
It's like
Right?
Bloods and Crips and shit.
it's literal fear mongering, and and this is why we say they call us
Correct.
fascists, but this is literally what the KKK did for black people when they were trying to get. So they're doing exactly what they're claiming we're doing, being the fascist KKK.
It's been in their playbook, the Democrat
Forever.
playbook forever.
And I wanted to throw something in there real quick for parents. I'm here in Florida, Escambia County, so Northwest Florida, for my Florida peeps.
What?
How close
Everybody's
are we?
always in Florida. It's so unfair.
I'm in Cantonment, bro.
Shut up! I'm in Milton.
Swear, I used to live in Milton.
Yes, love it. All right, we're getting together, Pat. So check
You
it out.
gotta meet my husband. Yeah.
We gotta do that. So I just wanted to say
That's funny.
Homeschooling is legit kind of the way to go now. We finally
There you
started
go.
homeschooling our kids here in
Yes.
Escambia County, and you can, since we're in the same area, you can tell them. I believe last year the homeschool rate was 40%. This year has gone so high that in Escambia County we actually have more kids in homeschool than we do now in the public sector, and that's that's how you win back the kids. That's how you win back on education. And you can call it indoctrination, whatever you want. But my kids are learning history the correct way. They're still learning Bible the correct way, and then they get a taste of whatever Dad wants to give them from his Marine Corps days, whatever it is. But I get to spend that time teaching my kids how to be proper men and women. But at the same time, they're still getting an amazing education. On top of that, in homeschooling, while you're educating, when these kids are getting educated, guess what's happening to you as an adult? You're re-educating yourself. You're relearning things that you never, that like some of us, there it is. You're learning things that you might have forgotten about.
Her husband was in the Corps too, man.
That's what's up. That's dope.
Yeah.
He's a grunt. It's
there it
okay.
is. I'm not, but I love my grunts. We're all good. But no, it's homeschooling is a great way for not just the kids, but for the parents too. Now I know a lot of people don't have the means because they don't have remote work or whatever it is. Me and my wife have figured something out to where we combine what we do. But I'm telling you, man, like homeschooling, I was always weary of homeschool, but it's been by far the best thing that's happened. On top, remember, Sans and everybody, I don't know if it's United States of America wide or Florida wide, but I know there's an incentive for people who do go put their kids on in homeschool. So
it's across the country. It's definitely an American thing right now.
Okay.
There's a
I think more and more people should do it, man. Because you take away, you start taking those funds away from the government entity, the public schools, and it goes into proper education. There you go. There's nothing they can do about it. There's absolutely nothing they can do about it.
I just got the call and the email for the federal funding survey. They're like, we need you to take this federal funding aid survey. And I'm like,
Yeah. No.
JD, thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, because I just spoke to a mom today and she's like, what do I do? What are my options here for my children? We feel like we're going to go crazy or with our children at home, or they work or whatever. And I said, but now there's charters, and I'm glad you brought this up. There's charters where you can also send your kids to school, and most people don't realize those options. One of the biggest things that I know, this is the strangest things, you guys are going to laugh, right before I should have known God was taking me out, because I started seeing some really weird stuff my last couple of years of teaching. One of the biggest things that they did, and this is called Frog Street curriculum, starting in preschool, they said, teach the alphabet, the kids, to it backwards, sing it backwards to them. And I'm like, wait, what? So they wanted us to start with Z, Y, X, and go. I'm like, can you even say that out in your mind? It's like, because you're so used to saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They trained us. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm not doing that. I am not teaching my students the alphabet backwards. What the frick for?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. And so what you're saying about giving
that sounds
them,
like some Common Core shit.
No, 100% the Common Core stuff. I mean, I did not learn with, I had such a hard time. My brain didn't even work that way with the Common Core stuff. I was like, I don't even freaking get it. But, JD, what you're saying is so true. You're giving them the proper education, and you're teaching them at home, not just about school and academics, but then being a good, teaching them whatever ethics and morals that you're instilling in them. You can do Bible time. You could pray in the middle of the day. There's no, no bullying, no harassment. My kids did home study, and they went to church for their, extracurricular
I bully
activities.
my kids.
They played sports. I love it, but I thought,
I'm just kidding.
Me too.
Did you hear me? I said I bully my kids, though. I got to.
Oh, did you? Oh no, I didn't hear. I'm like,
Me too.
well, I'm a Latina, so la chancla. So
No, it's good because so like for us, we moved into a brand new community here in Milton, and because it's a brand new community, there's so many it's really like military personnel, first responders, like that's the entire community. And so because we have the time, one of my neighbors, she's retired and she bakes, but she doesn't eat because she has diabetes. So what we do with her now is I said, hey, can I bring the kids over and you can teach them some home ec? So my kids go next door.
That's
and
awesome.
She teaches them how to bake certain things, or she'll bring stuff over and they get excited. So now I have one of my kids who's like, I really love baking. Let's make this. But those are the cool things that you can learn, and
Yeah.
and it's education in a form of enjoyment versus you have to learn this, right? Because as we know, not all kids like the exact same things. As adults, we don't like the exact same things. So why would you sit and make every kid learn the exact same thing the exact same way, knowing good and well that they don't think like that? None of us are the exact same, but we want to make sure everybody's doing everything. I mean, they have turned us into robots, and we have finally woken up and realized that. And that's what I love about homeschool. Literally, one of the other things we're doing here soon is we're going down into Pensacola, and there's a ISMIT, which is a basically virtual rifle range, pistol range, and we're going to have classes, and they're going to teach my kids how to use a firearm, and these are like 1 hour classes that they get to do. So they're going to teach my kids, and I'm going to get to be in there. And this is something I told them. I said, this is great because I can I can tell them, how to use a gun, and I can do that. I say, but to properly train them in weapons training, that's not my forte. You guys can do it. Let's make it happen. So
They won't listen to you. They won't listen to you anyway. It's better if they're getting it from somebody else anyway, JD. Honestly,
no, and that's
they won't.
100%.
They'll stop listening to you after a certain point. But if they're being instructed by somebody else and you're there watching, you're gonna, whatever it is, you're gonna pick up things anyway, new things anyway from what you were trained with in the Corps, because everybody in the Corps is a rifleman. You know that. But like, trust me, kids will. You could talk to your fucking blue in the face with your kids, okay, trying to freaking tell them something, all right, and they will just ignore you, all right, and like at some point they'll take like 10% of what it is that you're trying to tell them, okay, and the other 90% they gaff you off. So you're just better off taking them to
Eric,
somebody
what
else.
happened today? Do you want to talk about it? What happened, buddy?
Come on, trust me. I know. We all, those of us that are all parents on this panel know. We fucking get it. We understand. Our kids don't pay attention.
Amen,
to us
buddy.
After a while.
But that's good though. I think as adults, it's good to understand. For me, especially, I tell my kids, they think I know everything, and I love that. But I had to tell them, I said, look, there's
How old are they?
My oldest is 12, and we have our two youngest, who we just adopted, are 4 and 1. And then in between is my daughter.
I saw that. You know what, JD? I saw that you posted that you just adopted some kids, man.
I adopted my niece and my nephew.
That's
God
awesome.
bless you, man.
Congratulations.
And then we have twins who are 9 years old. So I have a lot.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, we stay busy.
Hey, I got a 17-year-old if you need a babysitter.
We do all the time. We do all the time. So
I got a 14-year-old and a 17-year-old. Anytime.
Petty Crocker's
plugging it in
just to get him out of the house.
Seriously, on a serious note, you don't want to teach your kids something you don't really know. Why would you do that?
Right.
Again, going into the public school system, why are we sending them into a place where these teachers only know one specific thing? Like I would prefer my kids learn something from somebody who's an expert in that field versus from me. I will be your background guy. Like, okay, this is what I remember. Do you remember how they do that? Just like my daughter, who's a boxer now, I know how to fight. I have the basics from my combat experience and the things that I did in the Marine Corps. But Larry Downs, this guy, him and his daughter, they are big in the fighting community. They are the professionals at what they do. So I can bring what they're doing home, and I can throw pads with my daughter now because I'm watching and experiencing what she's doing, but I understand the basics of it. But I'm not the one that can sit in there and be their coach. I couldn't coach boxing right now. Right? It's something you have to learn. Everything is a learned thing. So I believe homeschooling, I'm telling you right now, if we put all of our kids in homeschool, we would take over, and the public domain would have nothing left to do, and they would just have to forfeit themselves from government entity altogether. Like, they couldn't do anything if we all did that. But I know the biggest thing is fear for a lot of people, not knowing because of time strains and what to do. But like you said, it's when we on Mondays our kids go to school, a full school, and then the rest of the week is off. But there's other homeschools that do every day or every other day. There are things to do. If you're listening to this right now and you hear me, stop being afraid of the unknown and go figure it out. Because all you're doing is you're ruining your legacy. We are at a point in our lives, all of us on this, we are at a point in our lives where everything we do is literally about legacy at this point.
Amen.
Amen.
That's a good way of putting it.
I love that.
I think that's one thing that we, for what everybody's been sharing, it's the culmination of it. And I'm just going to point to the background behind me. We all just need to start loading up on the freedom chain and riding it through our country. We need to start creating the communities and emboldening the communities to come together. Everything that you're saying, JD, is the most beautiful experience I've heard. And I'm 40. I wish I had people in a community that could say, yeah, let's come together. Let's learn something from one another. I miss that going in the New York neighborhoods. And I know, Eric, you've done this too in your life. You used to go to your neighbor's house, or you used to go
Yeah.
to your family member's house, and you would just have a block party, and we would all just share recipes and play together and understand one another and come together culturally, not
Shit,
just on the block, but
my whole
from
family was on the
all of
same
our
block. So
cultural
like,
experiences, wherever we're from.
if I
And
got in trouble on Fifth Avenue, I had my ass kicked by the time I got down to Fourth. So like, that's just how it was.
because everybody's watching, everybody's understanding, and that was the way that we perceived the world, and that's the protection that we had, but also that's the loyalty we had to one another growing up, and that's what sowed the unity between us. And when we start developing that, I think that has been the piece that Blondie was talking about, Antoinette's talking about, that Amber's talking about, that both you, Eric, and Scott have been talking about. We do not organize very well. And the one thing that we need is organization. So this whole segment has really been mostly about how do we now start carving out our parallel economy? If they won't let us have some inroads, how do we take it back for ourselves? How do we start doing for us and creating the future that we deserve to have for not only ourselves, but for our children? I don't have any, but I will fight for every single one of your kids every single day of the week, because that's how I was brought up. Morals, values, traditions, loyalty, and faith above all. Where is that in today's society? We've lost it because we've lost the pieces of humanity that bind us and tie us together. So it's up to us to board that freedom train, go ahead and say, yep, we're bringing it back. It's coming with us. In every single car that's attached to the front, come on, join up, and let's go. And that's what we need to do, because the parallel economy has to happen, else we will always be suffered under them. They've given us cancel culture. They've given us debanking. They locked you up just because you wanted to see a free America again, the same way that you grew up in, JD. For what? And then for people to tell you that you're not good enough because you decided to make your voice heard and say, hey, I'd like my freedoms back. Hey, you want to hand them back to me? Because I never bequeathed them to you in the first place. That's what you said. That's what your presence stood for. It's not what came out of your mouth. It's what your physical embodiment did. And they had a problem with that. And I sit here and I scratch my head and I say, if this is somebody that loves their country, imagine what they do when they work for your company. How much love are they going to pump into your company? How much compassion, how much intelligence are they going to bring to your table? And then they're going to, just say goodbye with you because of what? Political problems, or they can't find the words for the discourse. They're weak, shallow people. I call them low information people. But we understand this. I'm not saying anything that we don't understand. I just want to see the rallying cry. I'm trying to do the best that I can. I'm an idea guy. So I like bringing things to the table. I started with, Eric was kind enough to bring me up on and about Hello. It's a project that I'm working on for all veterans and homeless people alike, to make sure that they get their fair shot, that they get their benefits, and they're not left behind. It's for them to say hello back to the world. I fought for my country, and my country is now seeing me again. That's why I designed Hello. I want to create new infrastructure so that we have healthy products, so that when your kids grow up and they have children, they have those nutritious products so that they're not being fed chemical garbage, that we're not surrendered by big pharma. I'm working on all these things, but I can only do so much because I'm one man. I have other people that believe in me, and it's not for me to sit here and self-aggrandize. That's not what I'm explaining. It's we all have our role to play, as each and every single one of you said, and I want to see our dreams become manifest for the future.
Amen. Way to go.
I don't know what to say after that. All right,
Scott,
cut. We're
go ahead,
done.
Scott. I knew Scott was gonna throw his hand up. I saw that coming a mile of fucking way. Go for it, brother.
I mean, we've been talking about like next steps and like what do we do? Don't hand them power back. That's it.
That's true.
If there's anything worth fighting, not even that we have like full power right now, because we don't yet. we're like probably in the best spot we've been in the last 35, 40 years.
Yeah.
So if you like the idea that, SCOTUS isn't going to fuck you over the drop of a hat, even though they're not perfect, they're not going to just keep fucking you with, liberal bullshit. Keep it going. If you want the presidency to not be fucking you over, I'm not saying Trump is perfect. He's far from perfect. It's funny fucking things that he's pissing me off about, just myself. But if you want to keep that going, help get JD in, and whoever his, if he picks it, if he decides to pick a stupid vice president, make it known. Don't let them get away with that. Pick a
I think
good
it should be
vice president.
Rubio for his VP.
Yeah,
I think that's where he's headed.
If you have a rep or a senator out there that's not towing the line right now,
thank you.
Don't take a day without telling them. Whether it's just on X, whether you're writing letters, whether you're calling the office, whether you're camping out at the office. I don't think there's anything out. I don't think there's anybody out there that can say that they're doing as much as they possibly can. And for anybody that says, like when JD says, a lot of people are afraid, the unknown or whatever. Dude, what's the alternative? We don't have to worry about the unknown. We know what the alternative is.
Yeah. Right.
The last 4 years, was worse than it was under Obama, and it's going to keep getting worse. Whoever they put up in 2028 is going to be worse than it was under Biden.
Well, didn't you know it's AOC and Jasmine Crockett?
Whoever the fuck they think is going to try to beat, JD, it's going to be worse. I mean, every candidate, people are saying like, well, I had arguments with people this past week where they were saying, oh, well, the Democrats, they're probably going to try to find someone more moderate in like this race. I'm like, no, they're not.
No, they're not.
Double, triple, quadruple.
They're going to put the most ridiculous person out there.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, right now, there's no such thing as moderate.
There's not. Right. There's no.
Yeah, that's true.
Does anybody know the name of that ridiculous Democrat in Texas that's trying to call himself the conservative Democrat?
No.
That's a new one to me.
That's a new one, bro.
There's a dude out there,
Is that the Lion King or what's his name?
I can't think of his.
Lion King?
I think he's black.
Tiger King.
The Tiger King.
He's literally
oh God, he made a comeback.
He's literally calling himself the conservative. No. There's a guy there.
What seat is he running for? Do you know? Is he running for anybody that we had on the show, like against them, or no? Just somebody different?
Somebody different. I'm gonna have to look it up now. Conservative Democrat.
Color me intrigued. I want to know.
Yeah, I just that's a
search would find.
yeah.
Hey, the most conservative Democrat you can.
But that's what his campaign is. He literally calls himself.
Right. Listen, we've talked about Operation Let Them Speak, right? Let them continue to fucking speak. Let them continue to die on the hills that they're out there dying on, okay? Because they're just making it worse for themselves. But
Henry.
wait, who is it? Who is it, JD?
What is it? Henry
Bueller?
Yeah.
Bueller? Did you say like Ferris Bueller or
Bueller?
Bueller.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm a bad Spanish guy. I don't have.
Oh, wait a minute. Our fucking numbers just came back. Cuellar.
There you go.
Okay.
Bro, Southerners. I saw Bueller.
That would have been funny if it was.
I thought he said Bueller, like Ferris Bueller. I was like, what?
It's Bueller.
Just so you guys know, I know this has been fucking site-wide for whatever reason on Rumble. They've been getting. I think they got hit with a DDoS fucking hit again, and our numbers just popped back up. I was like, why we got like, and it was like one fucking viewer for every channel. I was like, that doesn't make any sense, and it just popped up and came back to normal.
Okay.
So they must have fixed it.
There's actually been a really big like wide type something going on with the internet through Amazon.
Well,
yeah, the
AWS was down today, and it affected some of the systems that I have to work on in my job. Not our system, but we have to go into other people's fucking systems remotely and shit like that, and it absolutely fucking wrecked my day today.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Root cause.
Yeah.
No, it's
so
Can we all talk? Can we talk about the AI video that Trump dropped?
The one,
With the
the one
shit
where he
dropping?
dropped shit on
Literally.
that twink Harry fucking sissy boy.
He
Bro!
posted a thing. He was so mad.
Johnson and Johnson ain't got nothing on his skin. He is so daggum soft. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're right, Jonathan. About the AWS today was fucking a wreck. It wrecked everybody. Jonathan had a bad day at work too because he actually works for Amazon.
No.
But yeah,
Oh.
that was didn't that little twink come out and fucking like he's being a little bitch on what do you
Yeah, he
call it
said,
on his-
can a reporter ask Trump why he posted that? And JD was like, I'll ask him.
Well, that's so funny.
Did you see the one of JD being the fat guy that was driving the helicopter?
Yeah, this is so funny.
Yeah, whoever is running
I
the
love
White House
the trolling.
whoever's running the White House page is on another level right now with the shit that they've been doing.
People keep telling me, they're like, it's Barron. Barron's the one that's making all these videos and posting them out.
I would not
And the
put that.
DHS
past him.
I said the same thing. I was like, wouldn't surprise me because that's funny.
I forget Netflix. We need ice flicks. I could watch that shit all day. That's hilarious.
Oh,
Like,
the
really
ice
doing
raids
drive-bys
and stuff.
so-
Oh, that shit's
Dude,
hilarious.
that recruitment video that ICE put out had me in fucking stitches. I was
I
like,
know,
what? I was like, did they actually do this?
Ford was over here. He was like, I think I want to go.
They're hiring.
I was like, do you, boo boo.
They're hiring.
He would not be a good
ERO
one to do that.
ERO in particular is hiring pretty big, and I think that's gonna like carry over, way into fucking the next couple of years. Going to what Scott was saying, we need to fucking be thinking about. First off, Scott says something very very important. There is an election coming up in 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks
Yeah.
in New York City? And then we got the shit going on in California with Prop 50. But in New York City, very, very fucking important election. Okay. And I know there's a lot of fucking cookie fucking milquetoast Republicans out there for whatever reason sucking Cuomo's fucking dick. I don't know why. If you're a Republican voting for Cuomo, then you deserve Mondani. Okay. Yeah. That's just how I fucking see it.
Bro,
right?
Mondani gets in, y'all are screwed.
But if you're a Republican and you vote for fucking Cuomo and you're not voting for fucking Curtis Sliwa, you deserve Mondani.
Why would I can't understand why the Republicans are going to vote for Cuomo. They can't be Republicans. Why would you vote for that?
He's not Mondani. That's it. And they're too pussified to vote for Sliwa. That's really all it is.
How can they not vote? What's wrong with? I mean, why would they be afraid to vote for Sliwa?
My honest opinion is that
Because
they think
he's not going to win.
Radical. He's too tough, and there's too
radical. Wait.
You're not
radical.
really a Republican. You're not really a Republican if you think Sliwa's too tough.
If you think he's a fucking radical, yeah, but no, keyword radical, all right? Because Jay said something that they think he's might be too radical. If you don't fucking vote for Sliwa, you're gonna get the real radical.
Yeah.
Okay, who's gonna be in fucking charge in New York City? Okay, so like I am of the mindset, and I'm gonna continue to be there. If you vote for, if you're a if you call yourself a Republican, let's say it right. If you call yourself a Republican, and you are fucking Cuomo-sexual, and you vote for that motherfucker, okay, and you don't vote for fucking Sliwa, you deserve Mamdani. That's just how I see it. You're not gonna change my fucking mind on that one.
I mean, they have a lot of PAC money surrounding both of them. It's a really sad thing to see. I mean, when I go back up there, I'm going to be fighting all that I can. I have a couple of buddies that we're all going to get together and do what we got to do just to make it seen, make it known, watch the voting sections. I mean, I even watched it with the 2020 between Zeldin and Hochul. And they were like, oh, yeah, the voting center is down for right now. We're like, what do you mean? Why is it down? And you still have people in there. Are they not voting? Oh, yeah, well, we're just going to hold their balance. What do you mean you're going to hold their balance? I don't agree to that. And we just used to walk from school to school because most, Eric, like most schools are on like certain blocks and you can travel between them. And you're like, so what's going on here? And we just held them accountable. And that's how Maliatakis got in because we were holding her votes accountable the best way we could. It was astonishing to me. They said that I wasn't on a voting record. I said, well, I have my license. I have everything updated. I have everything changed. What do you mean I can't vote here? This is supposed to be my voting block. I had to file an I forgot what it was called. It was kind of like a secondary affidavit. I had to fill everything out by hand. And I was like, I want the receipt that my vote's going to be counted. And they did. They sent it to me. So I got validation that way. But how many people don't? Or that the machines broke down and it didn't fully tabulate the votes, and then they just go in and correct the vote counts. We watched that happen too. We've seen it all. But this is where their dark money pool comes in. This is where the Soros crowd comes in. This is where all the extra funnels. And I'm not just making up claims. Like, we know where the money is. Like, even Congress is looking at it now. Trump is looking at it now. We have all the officials in the DOJ looking at this now. You covered it, I believe it was Friday's show, how Dominion Voting Systems just sold to a former Republican voting guy. And they're turning into Liberty Systems. So they're going to be doing an overhaul on that system to safeguard the elections, because we know that we have to have safe and fair tracking. Could this be Twitter 2.0, where they actually say, hey, now that we have all of the information from Dominion, we can go back and here it is, so that you guys can take prosecutions where they need to go? Could be. But we understand that there was evidence there. You had Newsweek and Newsday, that said that Hochul and Zeldin are literally neck and neck. How did Hochul win? Oh, it's because she received the majority of mail-in ballots, 75%. We know where they're going. We know how they play their game. It's just, do we have enough people like Scott Pressler, like you were just mentioning in New Jersey, to come to the state of New York, to stand in the middle of the street and say, let's get this voting done right. Let's do it fairly. Let's get out there early. Let's make it heard. Let's make it seen.
Yeah, well, listen, we've brought quite a few people on the show who are fighting in New York City. They're friends of ours and whatnot. And speaking of,
Another
we
one
have
next week.
Athena. Yeah, we have Athena Clark on Friday, who's running for District 45. We had Ramses Frias was on. We've had Elijah Diaz. We had Janine Aquafreda. We had a whole bunch. I mean, we're doing what we can on our end to keep the fucking New York momentum going, or whatever momentum we're trying to generate. Because again, if you're not voting for Curtis Sliwa, then you're just a fucking moron, and you deserve to be the Cuomo sexual that you are. It's just how I see it. And you deserve fucking Mom Donnie. There's no fucking changing that. I don't know. And then obviously we got what's going on in California with Prop 50. Is that the only election going on in California, Antoinette, to your knowledge? You can't hear? Oh, no, she can't. Your mic is off.
I think she's on the
Oh,
phone.
she can. Oh, she's on the phone. Yeah, it looks like. All right.
I like the
There you
Cuomo
go.
sexual though. That's great. That's a good one.
That was a very good one. That made me giggle.
Yeah.
Start
Just
outdoing
listen.
on the one-liners over there.
No, your one liner. So I don't know if you guys saw our show fucking last Wednesday with Blondie and I. She had a one liner that I had to do a double take and fucking come back, and we were talking about these fat fucks at these protests and everything like that, and she was talking about how you got these fat purple haired chicks on TikTok and Instagram talking about they got conservative men coming after them. And Blondie was like, so she goes on this fucking rant and she ends with, I don't know what this chick is thinking. The only thing coming in her is fucking diabetes. And I was like, wait, what? Did you just say that the only thing coming to that chick is diabetes? And lost it. And fucking, I lost all composure because I had to think. I had to think twice. You got Petty. You got Amber down there. She's choking on shit. She's like, the only thing coming in you is diabetes.
Oh, that's good.
I was like, wait,
I
did you
actually
just
posted
say
that
what I
clip to
thought
my
you said?
ex. It was pretty good.
That's funny. Oh my
It's pretty
god.
fucking good.
Yeah,
Wow.
you never know where the show's gonna go. You just never know.
Yes, we listen, we talked about a lot of serious things, obviously, all night tonight. These are things. Listen, this panel, America, is trying to just keep you awake. Not be woke, keep you awake. Okay. We know a lot of you guys that are viewing are true tellers and true seekers in your own right. Okay, we get that, we understand, but we can't be complacent with this shit, right? Because they're not complacent. All right, they may be dying on the stupid hills that they're dying on, right? And we're making fun of them and we meme the shit out of them and everything, but they're still willing to die on those fucking hills, okay?
Yeah.
And you have to understand, all right, that we cannot be complacent with that because, like Scott said, all it takes is the next fucking dipshit that the country gets stupid to put in, okay, and they're going to be worse than what happened under the Biden administration. They're showing you that, okay? They're doubling down on all the fucking woke DI, which is now called Bridge shit, okay? They're doubling down on all of that stuff. That's their only message. They're going to die on that. Like JD said, there is no moderation anymore in the Democratic Party. They are the American Communist fucking party. That's what they are. They're the ACP. I don't call them Democrats anymore. They're the ACP to me. All right. There is no moderation. And if they do exist, they're so pussy and so afraid of the progressive wing, okay, progressive block of their fucking party, all right, that they stand by and go along to get along because they're afraid of getting canceled and stuff like that, right? If they exist. I don't think they exist anymore. They've been showing their ass quite a bit lately and putting it out there for the world to see. So we can't be complacent, America. We have to continue to fight. Please, 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 fucking just stay up on shit, okay? You don't have to watch us all the time, all right? But there's other people you can watch, and everybody in this panel says something very interesting about the so-called big influencers. I'm not an influencer. I don't like to be called one. Okay, I don't even. It just fucking makes me sick. All right, a lot of them say the same shit. They all talk about the same shit. Okay, over and over. So you go from one to the next. Okay, and you're getting the same fucking story. Go to different places, different outlets. You will find some of us smaller guys are constantly fucking talking about shit. Scott, how many times did you report on something and then like 2 weeks later, finally the other channels picked it up? You do it on your page all the time on Instagram.
All the time. All the time. Usually they're stealing my post.
There you have it.
It used to happen to me all the time on Instagram. I would block. Yeah, there's even big pages that would do that, and I'm like, you won't even follow me, but you're gonna steal my stuff. Block,
right?
Because I would always put my name on there, and they would like block it out, and I'm like, I'm just gonna block you. I don't give a shit how big your account is.
Yeah,
you're not gonna steal my stuff.
Oh yeah, I
At
deal
least
with
give
that
people
every
credit.
damn day.
Yeah, or just give people credit and just say,
just give people credit, and that's it.
That's why I called TMZ out, assholes.
I don't ever get to be an influencer. I get banned. So, well.
Well, I was saying this, and this kind of goes to JD's point for the work that he's been doing and the books that he's been picking up and the wall builders that he's been reading and following. And I'm not saying this to be controversial. I'm just saying this from a perspective here that a lot of the people, especially like the larger influencers that are out there, not the people on this panel, obviously, what I find is that we get into a case of subtle idolatry. That everybody wants followers. Well, why do you want that? Because you want famous celebrity status? You want monetization? Like, what is your goal for having followers? Last time I checked, Jesus had a following. Other people have following, and we look at them and parade them around. We treat them as messiah, treat them however we want. And that's the system that has been perpetuated, but we didn't build that system. If you notice all the socials that we use, they're all built by the left. They're not built by us. We have no parallel economy when it comes to that. The only thing that we did create was Truth Social, and Trump actually took Mastodon as the back end for his Truth Social. Mastodon is the left's network. So they
Rumble.
have all the blueprints to all this stuff. Every single thing that they do, we use their platforms. So the
Except
question,
Rumble.
Yeah, we
Except
got
Rumble. This is the only one we
got Rumble.
You can't.
The question is,
and to be
You had
and
Parlor.
yeah, and to be fair about Rumble, Rumble's just a free speech platform. You could literally be on the left, a leftist loon, and be on Rumble. The problem is, I know they call Rumble a right wing fucking, what do you call a social? It isn't really. It's actually just about free speech. What happened is like we all know, we've all been fucking ostracized, canceled, and all kinds of other shit, and it forced us to the one place where we had a voice. Okay,
and
that's really
it
why
kind of came at the perfect time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right when, yeah.
But it's more so about the message is what I was getting at. It's not about the following that you attain. You need followers in order to get out there, but then they throttle you based upon the algorithm, like JD was saying, like Petty was saying. Like you need a message to get out there, but the message is important. Antoinette's cause is important. CRT's mom's cause is important. The situation with Blondie, her case is very important because that's censorship and first right. How come no one is helping to champion that cause? We need to do everything that we can to champion that cause to get our accounts back. I've been censored since day one because they don't like the first part of my name, which is conserve. Conserve means to protect. My account literally means to protect reality. That's all. It doesn't mean conservative. It doesn't mean anything else. Just protect reality. I call it the way I see it. That's why I'm even having this conversation right now. It's very simple. but they want to censor just what 6 letters. That's
No, I
how
think
bad.
they might hate you because you're into realty.
I knew that was coming
Hey
at
man,
some point.
forceps commish is a real thing, and I will stand by that. Step Brothers set the stage.
Yeah.
I want my money. I like my quarters.
Conserve realty. Oh God.
That's funny.
Oh,
You can
Scott.
thank Antoinette for that one. Thank you so much.
They hate real estate agents. I don't know what to tell you. They're like, fuck them. Zuckerberg took a stand.
Holy shit.
They're hilarious.
Fucking Scott, man. He's been waiting all night for that too. To just fucking slide that in there. He's been waiting
Little
all
jabs,
night
Scott,
for
little
that.
jabs. Little jabs. Thank you.
I could see you two looking at each other and like laughing. I can watch you guys feeding off of each other, and you are a blast to watch.
Because I
you know
heard
what I
it.
mean?
All
It's
right,
like
'cause I have to listen to everything, and I heard it, and I was like, fuck, here it comes.
Here it comes.
He's
been
getting
waiting
riled
all
up.
night. He's been waiting all night to fucking slide that in, man.
Well, because you know what? Because like Antoinette said, people are talking. Oh,
Yep.
they're talking.
Oh my gosh, I was waiting for that too, Scott. I was like, that was the first thing
That's
you
what I was
said.
waiting to
One
say
of
all
my
night.
speeches.
The people
People
are
are
talking.
talking. Oh,
Oh,
they're
they're talking.
talking.
Oh
I
God.
love it.
Well, this has been a remarkable night. It has been absolutely fantastic to dialogue with every single one of you. Um, Absolutely appreciate you all taking the time to come hang with Scott and I. Uh, you know, I'm going to continue this grind. You know, I'm glad Scott's going to continue this grind with me. Uh, you know, again, I've told Scott on more than one occasion I'm like fucking Dana White loyal to him, because he helped the show grow considerably. He helped my channels grow considerably, and now they're our channel. It's just what it is, and I absolutely appreciate it. But I appreciate most of all, not only everybody on this panel, all of you people who are tuning in. Okay, you guys continue to support us. You guys continue to fucking make it, all right, so that it's possible for us to continue to try to give you whatever knowledge we have, to give you whatever insight we have. Anytime we hear something, news articles, whatever it is, we try to bring it to you, all right, and we try to get it out in front of everybody else, because the Marxist state media is never going to get to shit. When they do, they're always late. And like we talked about, the big influencers, they talk about the same shit on every single one of their channels over and over and over. So you can jump from one person to the next and you'll hear the same thing, just probably a different way. But one of the things that, and I'll let Scott chime in after me, I feel we have tried our best to give you guys just the straight truth and give you what it is we can when we have it for you, and to get it out as soon as possible. So I feel we have done that. I hope you all have felt that way. I don't know how you feel about that, Scott.
Trying. I mean, there's been people that we brought on that, sometimes they're just entertaining people to talk to, and just full of opinions. But we've brought on some people who had real, sometimes really tragic stories to tell.
Yeah.
Whether it be J6 or just, like things that Antoinette's been dealing with, with like parents, um, some politicians or potential politicians that are trying to make a difference. And the most important thing you can do out there, like if you're wondering, like, what can I do? Just don't shut up. That's the most important thing. Just don't shut up. This is the best time. I mean, when have we ever had it so good than we have it right now, where we have the ability to just speak, right? I mean, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, they freaking backed off of all the things we weren't allowed to even mention in the last several years.
Yep.
We have a president that's not actually coming after us for saying shit. We don't live in England, where you can't even fucking make a meme about shit. That's why I wish Tombley was on tonight with us, because he would have
Yeah.
leaned into that, because he's
Yeah.
the other countries have it. It's getting worse
Yeah,
in
it's
other
actually
places.
affecting him, bro. It's actually
It
affecting him,
is.
and it's affecting him, and it's affecting his fucking streams and everything like
Mm-hmm.
that. Like he doesn't even really do shit on YouTube anymore. He does everything as best as he can on Rumble, but even there, he's having a problem because he's
Yeah.
in England.
Yeah. So just, this is the time. Like I've been wondering, like as I look through like followers and things like that, and like Antoinette's been saying how, oh well, you get told, don't associate with this, don't associate with that. First of all, if they're telling you not, the one thing that's supposed to unite us all Americans is not
Yes.
being told what to do.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that doesn't matter what race you are, religion, doesn't matter where you come from in the world. That's the whole point. We shouldn't accept being told, don't do this, don't do that, don't do. That's what makes us fucking Americans. That's the one thing that makes us Americans. It's like, no, fuck. And I'm
Mhm.
like that. If someone tells me to
Yep.
get back to them in a minute, like, no, I'm gonna wait 5 minutes now, just because you told me to fucking get back to you in a minute. You know, I'm fucking passive aggressive as shit. And it's like, just don't tell me what to do. And I'm tired of it. Now we have the ability to just speak, do. I don't understand why more people out there aren't fucking glamping their page up with, conservatism, patriotism, Christianity, or whatever religion you follow. Don't be afraid to just be yourself.
Mhm.
I mean, we've been hiding for a long time. The only thing that's gonna keep pushing it in that direction, like when we had people like Charlie Kirk fighting because they weren't afraid to go speak. Don't be afraid to put the American flag in your profile. Don't be afraid to put the cross in your profile. Don't be afraid to put that you're a conservative or you're a patriot or you're a freedom fighter. You know, that's how I know where the people are, and I keep track of it. I've probably mentioned to Eric before that I have a massive list. It's almost at 3,000 now, where I keep track of all the followers who are like real patriots. I look for that in their profile. If it's not in their profile, that means they're hiding. They might comment on every post I put up with a really good stuff, but they're seriously hiding still. They don't because they're afraid of Instagram, doing something to them or people criticizing them if they put an American flag in their profile. God darn it. Why?
Like, God forbid, though, right? That's like something like the
Mm,
American flag
Don't
is
be
such a
afraid.
beautiful thing. It's such a
Don't be
beautiful thing.
afraid.
It's the American flag. It's beautiful. But
Hmm.
yet, the red hat, the American flag, the word patriot, why are those dirty words? I love my country
Well,
and I'm thankful for the people who have fought for our freedoms. Why can't we share how we feel? It doesn't diminish what anybody else is saying. This is how I feel. And why can't we come together and talk and say, hey, I feel this way, you feel that way, I respect you. At the end of the day, we can still respect each other. But those days, unfortunately, they're gone. And it's really sad.
They're not, you know what? They're not gone.
I
They're
was just
only
about to say
gone.
that.
Yeah, I beat you to it, damn it.
It feels
They're
like
not
it over
they're
here. I
not
feels like it over
gone.
here. It really
They're
does. It
they're
really
not
does.
gone. They're not gone if we don't let it be gone. That's part of, here's something really stupid. And there's a reason why I end up celebrating Christmas like bigger and bigger every year. And for anybody out there that wants to come at me saying, "Oh, it's a pagan holiday," or "Oh, it doesn't really celebrate Jesus," fuck that shit. I celebrate the fuck out of Jesus. And but for me, it's like they've been trying to take it away and take it away and take it
Yes.
away every step they can. Sometimes you can go out and you can't even find Christmas. The Christmas trees are gone before Christmas even gets here.
That's so
If you look
true.
at some of the stores, it's like screw that shit. I put my tree up at the beginning of goddamn November, and people are like, "Why? It's too early." What is too early? Why is it too early? It should. If you're a Christian, it should be the best time of the year for you to just ramp
Mhm.
up. And then if the Jewish people, they have their holidays, in September and December. Fucking celebrate the fuck out of it. Celebrate it. There's nothing wrong with it. Be proud. I've never been. If someone came up to me and said Happy Ramadan or Happy Kwanzaa or Happy freaking Rosh Hashanah, that's not gonna offend me. I'm like, great, Happy Rosh Hashanah. Who cares?
Yep.
It shouldn't
Mhm.
offend people.
Just tell people enjoy your fucking holiday.
Bullshit. Make it more. You make it more. You make it more of a regular thing, and people have to stop being offended by it.
Yeah.
1,000%.
You don't hide. You keep it in their face. Say, no, this is that's how they've tried to wear us down with this trans bullshit. With the keeping the God out of the classroom bullshit. No, they just go pounding and pounding and pounding. Not by shying away from it. By just pounding it until we just say, I guess.
But
We can
we've
do it too.
also, yeah,
We can do it too.
yeah, we've also sat back as a fucking nation and let them do that instead of being like what you just
Well,
said and saying,
up
fuck you
until
guys,
now,
we're not going
man.
to fucking do that. No, I know. I'm
Up
just
until
saying
now. Yeah.
we're at a different point now, right? Like, you're right. We're at a different point, and it's fucking, it's
Very
up to us
different.
now to just continue to just be vocal and turn that fucking
Yep.
volume up. You want to play Christmas music in fucking March, play Christmas music in March. I'm not going to play it, but I don't give a shit. Play it. It's not going to offend me in any fucking way. Whatever you want to do, just do it. No more fucking tolerance of shit. No more tolerating people telling you what you can and can't fucking do. What is going on, Sornet? Thanks, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys fucking stopping in saying happy 1
Can you
year.
see my TV right now?
Oh,
Can you see my TV right now?
You got Christmas. I see that.
Christmas.
Dude, it's been playing Carol of the Bells for the last hour since I've been talking.
so
right
cute.
on, right
Look
on, man.
Look what I just put up in the corner of my
I
living
see it
room.
over there.
My kitchen.
He hasn't even made it to Halloween yet. He's got his Christmas tree up.
My wife went and she said she wanted to get 2 more Christmas trees, and I was like, you're not gonna get a no out of me. The more the merrier. I'll turn my living room into a forest. And she's like, well, wait. She's like, wait a second. She goes, wait till I get back. I was like, we have 2 Christmas trees in boxes. I'm not waiting till you to get back. The other one's gonna be up in the box. I don't know if you can see the boxes in the corner over there.
Hey, here we go.
The other tree's gonna be up by tomorrow.
We're gonna house tour. Hell yeah!
Scott is fucking giving us the lowdown, okay, on his fucking Christmas setup. I appreciate it, man.
Can you see 2 TVs right here?
Yeah.
All that spackling paid off over the last years.
Fucking love it, Scott.
My wife is gone. I've got my 75-inch right here. I pulled out my other TV over here so I can play video games while I listen to Christmas music.
So this is what
Don't take away his Christmas, guys. Do not take away his Christmas.
Dude, you know what?
Is not fucking around.
I'm about 50. You know what? I look at it this way too. For anybody that's probably younger than me and Eric on here, I'm 52. I can count the number of Christmases I have left.
Oh, good lord.
We can guesstimate. We can at least guesstimate fucking how many we got left.
Just a sobering. And that hit me a while back.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? If I'm lucky, I've got like 30 to 40 more. That's it.
Yeah.
Life goes quick.
30 to 40 more Christmases.
KD, we're probably going to go about... Sorry, Scott. Sorry, brother.
It's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
No, KD, we're probably going to go about another 10 minutes, man. Just so we can start wrapping shit up. Nah, people are just... You know what it is? They want to do a raid, brother. Beyond the Noise, they go the same time we do, 8 to 10 and stuff like that. So I think they want to raid over to us and whatnot. But Scott, I'm feeling that fucking Christmas vibe, brother. I'm feeling that you're just like, fuck it. I'm just going to do what I want. That's the way we have to be with everything, man. Just do what you want.
There are no rules.
Yeah. As long as you're not fucking deliberately hurting somebody and you're not doing anything evil and nefarious to kids, so we don't have to drop you in a wood chipper. Okay.
That's right.
And what you do behind closed doors is your fucking business. I don't want to hear about it. Don't throw it in my face. Leave my kids out of it. Okay. Leave my grandkids out of it. All right. So whatever it is that you freaking do, that's completely and totally on you. If you want to take sweet chin music from another dude, that's all you. Okay. Take a set of fucking nuts off your chin.
What did you just refer that to? What?
Sweet chin music. Crazy.
Fucking Petty. She lost it.
I'm from the South, and I thought I've heard it all, but I've never heard it referred that way. Sweet chin music. I love that. Proceed, Eric. I'm sorry.
That's just saying.
Funny.
It's just going to what Scott is saying. What people do It's their business. Just don't inflict on me and my freedom. That's my big thing, is what Scott is saying. Do fucking you, okay? Don't let people tell you can't put up a Christmas tree. Don't let people tell you can't put up, okay, fucking a menorah. Whatever it is, just don't let anybody tell you. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, which I think is a fake fucking thing, I don't care. Celebrate it. It doesn't matter to me, okay? Have fun. Fucking light all the candles you want in different colors, okay? Run around the house with them. I don't give a shit. Have fun doing it, okay? It doesn't fucking make a difference to me. Okay, it doesn't, because I'm gonna, like, Scott, I love Jesus, okay? Jesus is my dude, okay? Nobody's gonna convince me otherwise, all right? Nobody's gonna change me. It doesn't
Jesus,
matter.
my homie.
Yo, you know how much shit I get for being a fucking Catholic? The hate I get? No one's gonna stop me from being fucking Catholic, okay? Even with my issues with the fucking Catholic Church, nobody is gonna stop me, all right? It's just not. I'm not gonna let anybody fucking dissuade me, all right?
No.
I believe the way I want to believe. It doesn't matter, all right? And I don't push it on anybody else, because people fucking free to believe how they see fit. We still have the First Amendment in this fucking nation, okay? And it still means freedom of fucking religion, all right? Doesn't mean freedom for you to fucking be a dipshit all the time so I can tell you to go take sweet chin music from your brother in the fucking back trailer, okay? I'll do that in there for you, Betty, again, because I know you like that. It is what it is. If you want to give each other fucking Oklahoma hand grenades like fucking Harry Sisson and his boys in a fucking Motel 6, do it.
Harry's gonna like
Who
that one.
cares? You know? It just, it is what it is.
Oklahoma hand grenades, what are those? What are those? I'm gonna have to do so much Googling after this. Oh, God.
Be careful it's on your Google search, though, because then some shit might come up.
Yeah, be careful with that, right, Scott?
Eric, you're gonna have to start giving me this information, 'cause I need to know what we're talking about.
It just goes back to what we were saying about fucking freedom in the end, right? Whatever it is you do, it's freedom. It's all about freedom, and that's what it has to be. Freedom this, freedom that, freedom everything. Freedom all the fucking time. And we have to stop being afraid of saying things like saying the word freedom. But we also have to be we got to continue to just fight. That's it. This is our way of fighting. We get on a fucking podcast. We have our IG platforms. We have X, whatever it is. And we continue to fucking talk. We don't shut up.
That's right. It's constructive conversation. It's good. It's good. It's a good thing. It's constructive conversations. We should be able to learn from each other, right? And if you have differences of opinion, then it is what it is. Right? You just shake hands at the ends of it and go, okay, whatever, bye-bye. But we should be able to share things with each other and learn from one another and stop, just shut up and don't say anything at all if you piss me off and you offend me. And, Scott wears a red hat and they say patriots, and who cares? Who cares? Is all I'm saying. We should be able to have constructive conversations.
100%.
That's not something that's really possible a lot anymore, especially since all of my bands, they just, ban my Instagram. When it comes to any sort of a conversation with a liberal, it's totally off the table for me. I won't, the person that got me banned beforehand, and I still have all the screenshots of the messages, but he said that Trump and every person that voted for him is a pedophile. I was like, well, I'm going to tell you that that's not true. So you're trying to get people murdered. I mean, him and this other guy, Fox News even did an article about these two. It's just insane how these people can get away with doing this. And, I guess my advice to people is, fight but maybe pick your battles. He picked me out because I had the biggest following.
Yeah.
One of my friends posted this thing and invited me as a collaborator, and that's how I got sucked into this entire thing. I didn't go looking for this person because I don't give a shit. I don't go looking for these people. So now when it comes to X, I do not converse with these people in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't care how much they insult me, because they do, and I just don't give a shit. I just don't care. Any conversations, constructive conversations with liberals is not something I will ever participate in with again. You're going to get me banned. I was labeled a dangerous individual by Instagram, but I got a dangerous individual literally taken off the street. Fox News even did an article. That's how dangerous, you know what I mean? Like, it's national attention at this point.
Well, Blondie, if it makes you
facing
feel
20
better.
years in prison and I get banned. So I guess if you have a big account, maybe don't go, don't pick your battles with people that You know,
Well,
that's
I have no
we're
followers. I've got nobody.
speech. You know,
Aw.
we
I have
might
nobody
think
here.
we're winning, but speech still is not free. So I'm a prime example.
Yeah, I know.
Blondie, I was gonna say,
I'm
if it
so
makes
sorry
you
about
feel any better, I was labeled domestic terrorist literally for the last 4 years. Literally.
Yeah, that's
TSA,
And
the
thrown
whole
in.
works.
sad. It's sad that we get labeled this and we're the complete opposite.
Yeah, the labels will be there. Labels mean absolutely nothing. The only label that means to me is Christian. That matters anything to me is Christian.
Yeah,
That's the
it
only
just
label
made.
that
I just
matters.
know. It just told me
Saved.
when I
Amen.
posted my video, I knew the risk I was taking, but I knew it was the right thing to do, so I did it. And I don't, you know, it is what it is. I don't think I'll ever get it back. I honestly, mentally, am at the point where I don't think I can make another account because what's the point? I'm just going to get banned again. I've even had friends. I've had 2 friends that have tried to post things about it, and their things have been taken down. Other than Benny, who he's got like 80-something thousand followers. He's posted a couple of things about it, but most other accounts, it's taken down saying they don't have copyrights to that video of me. But everybody else posts shit of everybody else. What the fuck does that matter? Right? Just like I was banned for a week for sharing a TikTok post that literally 7,000 other people shared to their story, but I got a 1-week ban for it. I got a 1-week ban for posting a message of somebody telling me to do my family a favor and go kill myself. But I got a ban for that, you know, and that's fine. So I don't think I'm ever going to participate with Instagram again. Seems like it's, you know, I've heard it's like a bunch of boomers that have been getting banned from there lately. So it seems like Facebook's kind of imploding over into Instagram, like Boomer Central. I'm not going to argue with a bunch of old people. I'm not going to argue with liberals. I'm not going to do that.
Sure.
So maybe I'll just stay on X until I get a ban there, and then I guess I'll just be
Be very careful with X. X is full of them. X has been a tough one.
They are.
Yeah. X has been a tough one.
I've gone on to X and I just I'm like it's like when I look at it and stuff
I like it a lot more than Instagram, actually. In some aspects, I just don't get any. I get nobody sees me at all there, so it's just.
Well, let's go around the horn so we can we're gonna call it a night here. Appreciate all you all hanging out with us tonight. It's been fantastic. Great discussion and talked about fucking everything, which is good. We're gonna start with Amber Petty Crocker. What do you got going, honey?
What do I got going on?
Yeah. What do you got going on? Let everybody know where you're at, where to find you.
Oh, I am on X. I'm under Puddin, Puddin. That's me. I'm on TikTok under Petty Crocker 88, just like you see it. I'm also on Instagram under Petty Crocker 88. I was on Facebook, but some lovely ignoramus stole my stuff and hacked me, so I had to start over. But I'm also over there. That's where I'd be. That's what I'm doing.
Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Conserve.
Always.
Yeah, I just want to say what an absolute blessing and honor it is to be up here with all of you. You know, 1 year has been a long way, but we've gained family along that path. And that, you know, we all bleed the same. We all are the same. We all are one. And all of our battles individually are my battles. So I will stand beside every single one of you. So whatever your cause is, whatever you need, however you need it, I'm there for you. And to speak to Antoinette's point about what she was saying about her red hat, there was a book, and you might know this being a teacher, called The Red Badge of Courage. And it was about a Union soldier that had to go trespass through the battlefield. It was a whole novel that was taken. And he actually got a head wound. And that head wound became known as the Red Badge of Courage. But that red hat sits on top of your head. So never let anybody take away your red badge of courage for standing up for what you believe in and what words come out of your mouth, because it's what's in here that matters the most. And it's about what up here that reflects the kind and gracious human being that you are. And every single person on this panel has that same grace, has that same divinity, because we all have that same energy. So I just wanted to promote that positive message out there. I want to say congratulations to you on your milestones, Eric, for all that you do, not only for your channel, but for all of us individually, for not only giving us a place to speak, but a place to resonate, a place that we can all have our voices heard, but then we can all share in the commonality of that message and make things happen in our everyday world. And for you, Red Day, you've been my buddy for 4 years. I love you to pieces, and keep going strong.
Thanks, brother. You got anything else going on, or no? You're good.
I am literally shipping myself back to New York to give up the good fight up there to make sure that we don't get a democratic socialist and communist into office, and to continue the furtherance of business. So like I said, I'm preparing business plans. I'm on all the socials, wherever you want to contact me. I don't support Elon, so I'm not on X. Other than that, if you ever need me for anything, just feel free to reach out on the DMs or the private chats. You can always catch me on Telegram if you need to. And with that, on to the next.
I wish you best of luck back up in the Northeast, brother. It is a grind up there, and it's gonna get cold too. You're going up there when it's cold. I will continue to enjoy the fucking warm weather of the South. Good luck up there, JD.
Yeah, I got a lot going on actually. So, we're putting out a book at the beginning of the year, talking about the
Nice.
experience for J6. I'll let you guys. Nobody knows, so this is a first for anybody to know.
Oh, well, shit.
I'm not going to give the name of it, but
It's cool.
it's not an experience of J6. It's more of what Christ did for us through the entire situation. So, story of victory out of January 6th. It's my family, me and my wife's story. So that's coming out. I did start. I'm going on 2 years strong as a fitness trainer now, personal trainer. So I did finally start that channel. Yeah, it's dope. So Antoinette, going back to homeschooling, I do homeschooling personal training for kids. So I'm focusing on that, trying to get a trailer together so I can start traveling and doing it that way. And other than that, man, me and my wife started our own podcast finally, going into biblical marriage. So
Awesome.
Wow.
Nice.
I love that.
I'm trying to just do everything I can, the best I can, as a Christian. We went through a lot the last 4 years. Eric, you guys know what I've been through and what we've been through. So we're just trying to, if I'm going to walk the walk, if I'm going to talk the talk, I got to walk the walk. So, do what I can. And like I said, it's all for everybody out there. It's all about legacy, man. Cause we don't know how much longer we do have on this world. But I do know that when I leave, my kids are going to be well off, and their kids and their kids and their kids are going to be well off. So build a future for them, not for us. That's what I got. Thank you guys for having me as well.
Right on, brother. You're always welcome here. Open invitation to come on when that book is ready to roll. Please let us know so we can have you on, and we can, what do you call it? Plug your book all fucking show, man, and talk about it and stuff like that when you finally release it. Antoinette.
I'm still in shock that here I am in a podcast with some totally amazing powerhouse people. I don't know. It's crazy. Sometimes like you get these, like, I'm like, man, everybody in their own right is truly amazing in my eyes. And, I know Chelsea's not here, and I am so thankful for her in, bringing me to Scott and Eric. Also, I mean, Petty Crocker, you rocked the heck out of California in Rancho Cucamonga, California. A true warrior standing for students. I'm telling you, every day I wake up and there's like 10 comments on her post every day. It is like constructive conversation. It's going. It may not be constructive towards me, but look, it's calling attention to my students and giving them a voice that they never had. So, girl, I am so eternally grateful for you. JD, just to hear your wholesome, amazing Christian values, being a husband, working together with your wife, writing a book. I mean, all of you have, talking about home study and giving people options, working out. Like, it's just like, this is truly amazing to be in a star. I'm pinching myself right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just met the coolest people. And I'm learning to become more bold in my faith. And I'm trying to tune out the noise and say that it is okay to stand for Christ. It is okay to stand for students. And you're going to be misunderstood. And you can label me a racist. But right? We got talk. Scott, We're going to keep them talking, right? Oh, they're talking. And I am going to keep them talking.
There you go.
And so I am so thankful for that, because our students, you know, Petty Crocker, they didn't have a voice for a long time. Okay. And even though I tried, I couldn't get it out there. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for advocating for us. And you will always hold the biggest special place in my heart, the way all of you do now. And thank you all for your fight. I truly am blessed by all of you. Thank you so much.
Well, we love you, Tony. You know, you open invitation, like I said. You can always come on. Anytime you're ready to update us, reach out to Scott or I, and we'll make it happen. You know that. So we love you, we appreciate you, and we will continue to stand by your side in your fight to not only protect, you know, your children, but everybody else's children that you're trying to protect as well. That's what's like important, is we have to understand that it is okay to fucking fight to protect. You know, my kid is 31 years old. I got a 6-year-old grandson, right? My kid's not in school anymore. He's a father and he's got his own family, you know, but that doesn't mean I have to stop fighting for children in general, because it's all about protecting the kids. We are called, okay? It's biblical for me. We are called in the Bible to protect children, man. And like,
Amen.
it sticks with me. That sticks with me, and it'll never go away. So we love you, Tony, and you're always welcome to come hang with us. So thank you for spending the time on this 1-year anniversary. It was a fucking great day tonight. Blondie.
Well, I'm just so happy that, you know, when I was banned from Facebook, I was like, well, I guess I'll get on Instagram. You know, and I was like on there a few months. I won tickets to the Lions game, and then right after that, I met you.
You gotta hold on, hon. You got like a reverb or something.
Oh, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like someone's playing a kazoo in the background. Just go for it. Fuck it.
Well, I'm not going to talk if it sounds weird. It finally gets to me, and now it's messed up.
No.
Well, I'm only on X, so I guess Space Blondie. Good night, everybody.
Nah, come on now. Don't be like that, Blondie.
Well, you can't hear me.
We can hear you.
What if it sounds weird?
It's just, there's reverb. That's all it is.
It's just reverb. We've all had it. Listen, I appreciate you.
It's not that bad.
You're gonna be on with me on Wednesday, with your guest that you got and you landed. You know, with your grind, you busted tail, and he reached out to you, and you were able to get him on the show. We got Jesus Navarro on, so you know I appreciate that. That you know you continue to grind for us and whatnot.
Well, I just wanted to say thanks. I guess thanks to you and Scott for bringing me on, and I'm glad I got to talk on here. So sorry I couldn't say more. If it sounds weird, I don't want it to be weird for people. So.
You're wonderful. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
It was so nice meeting you
so much. You're wonderful.
I can't believe that's how it ended.
It's really not that serious. You can continue to talk. I'm just gonna let it roll because we wanted to hear from you.
Well, I just wanted to say thanks to you guys, and you know, I'm glad to see the women standing up and fighting for the kids, and just happy to see everybody, you know, with their fights and winning, and you know, I guess just keep up the fight and be careful not to get banned, and you know, I know it's just a little emotional for me today, just hearing everybody talk about their Instagrams and all that, and just, you know, and then the one time I get to, you know, now my voice is kind of messed up on here, so it's. I don't know.
Don't let it get you down.
I don't know. It's just been a long day, so.
Right of us.
Okay, I don't know.
Scott. What do you got, brother, on the way out, man?
Oh, is it my turn?
Come on, Matrix.
Yeah, it's your turn, bro. Yeah.
What else is there to say? Thank you everybody for coming on today. You know, there's a lot of reasons to be positive. I just don't want to make sure everyone just remembers that. There's a lot of reasons to be positive right now. There's plenty of things. God help us. There's like a dozen things every day that we can bitch about, complain about, but don't forget to just take the time to look at the good that's happening in the world, in the country, in your area, in your state. You know, there's good happening. It's not just about tearing down the people that are, you know, doing bullshit out there. And it's not necessarily just Democrats either. You know, there's Republicans that are doing bullshit. Um, you know, there's so-called conservatives, there's so-called conservative influencers that are doing bullshit. Um, but make sure that you're pushing positive as well, no matter what, because I mean that's the whole point. You know, life can't just be about, you know, attacking the negative. You know, you got to stop and smell the roses along the way, and you know, and just enjoy it. Enjoy the things that you can. Sometimes the things are small, sometimes they're big. Um, you know, and probably more important, always make time for family. Always make time for God. Um, you know, because without that, what we do here on Instagram is like really pointless. So.
Very good fucking point, brother.
Mm-hmm.
First time I've heard you come out with that, man.
That was good.
Really?
I love it, man. No,
It's
man,
true.
I think it's awesome. I think it's fucking awesome,
It's
bro.
true.
Uh, glad to hear. I'm just glad to hear it from you. I mean, I know where you stand because we've talked. I'm just saying, it's just good to
Mm-hmm.
fucking hear you, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to thank everybody that took the time to come hang with us tonight. I want to thank all of you viewers, okay, who've been tuning into us for the last year, okay, and fucking laughing with us. Sometimes probably crying with some of the people that we've had on the show that were going through it, stuff like that, and just going through all the litany of emotions that we all have in life, in real life, okay, hearing all the stories with some of the people that we have, you know. So it's very important that we continue to share our messages. I want to thank once again. I'm going to thank Scott for, you know, sticking this out with me and jumping on board a year ago, brother. This
Yep.
What is going on with your lighting, man?
This light keeps going off. You know, my
He's got-
computer just
I
randomly
just keep
shuts
thinking he's
down.
having a
All the
good
lights,
idea, and it's just like, boop.
shit just
this light
Like he's like,
random
fuck, man.
this
turning off.
idea.
Heavy case
I have
wiring for
no
his
idea.
The
country.
fuck?
You're
He's
so
got
cute.
a fucking
I have a
poltergeist in his
remote that has
house.
like a faulty battery or
Like
something
his
like that.
light bulb
He
went
started
on,
talking.
right? It's like,
He started
ah.
talking about God and the poltergeist in his house. It's like, no, 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 no God, no God. Holy
Oh
shit,
my
bro.
god.
Funny.
Guys, as you
Oh,
see how it goes, it never knows where our conversation is gonna go. You just, again, Scott, 100%, man. I just want to tell you, I absolutely fucking love you, no homo. You know, and I just freaking, you're a very important friend to me, brother, and you mean a lot, man. And this show is fucking where we're at right now because you're a big part of it, and I just want to make sure that you understand that, man. That you fucking your friendship to me means the fucking world. I could literally count how many friends I have on my hand, and you're the fucking prime friend right now, brother. And you've been there for me this last year, sticking it out with me and never letting me quit. When I felt like it, you fucking never let me quit.
mm-hmm.
You've always given me the fucking confidence and, you know, just always telling me, don't fucking stop. Don't stop. We'll do it. You know, when shit goes wrong for us and we don't have somebody
Mm-hmm.
and somebody just freaking, you know, takes their time to get back to us or it's too late or they don't get back to us, you're like, don't worry about it. We got it. You know, and I just fucking want to say I appreciate you, brother. You know, just means a lot to me.
You're
That's
welcome.
all. Once again, love every single one of you guys. Fucking Antoinette, you're awesome. Petty, Crocker, you're absolutely hilarious. Love you. You're just great to have on. Conserve, good luck, man. Seriously, good luck with New York. It's a beast up there, man. And you know, God bless you for fucking willing to take that beast on. Somebody's got to do it. I'm glad that you're gonna be up there with as part of that mission. They need you up there, so I appreciate that you're doing that. JD, brother, God's got you. He always has you. Um, as you know, okay, he's
Right.
been. It's never our plans. It's his.
Yep.
Okay,
Man.
and that's just the way it is, you know. And I have all the confidence in the world that you're gonna freaking get to where it is that you have to get to. And if there's anything we can do on our end to absolutely help that, you come on and promote whatever the fuck you want on this show, JD. Okay, I'm serious. You tell me,
Appreciate it.
hey, I need I need some time. Okay, my book. my business, whatever it is, man, we will give you the airtime because that's how it is, man. We're all family. We become one big family, one big community here on Break the Machine podcast. And I don't ever want to lose that family. These guys are freaking awesome. Once again, America, thank you all for tuning in. You guys have been awesome. I know Rumble was getting freaking messed with today. So it looked like we didn't have any viewers, but then all of a sudden it just popped up. Those of you that have been in the background lurking, we love you too. Even if you don't jump into the chat to say what's up to us, we appreciate you because you are taking the time to view us and listen to us and all our craziness and the fucking shit show that our shows end up becoming sometimes. We absolutely love you all. So we are going to send ourselves on to Third Railify. We're going to raid them tonight. They're rolling right now. And I just want to say once again, love all you guys. I am the Big Red One Guy, reminding you that together and only together can we break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America. You all have a good night. I will see you on Wednesday with Blondie, and once again with Red Day on Friday. So have a good night, fam. Once again, thank you. Waiting for this stupid raid. Rumble is absolutely freaking taking its time getting to it. Here we go. All right, fam. Good night.
And for all the lefties, Donald Trump is still your president.
Still your president.